Hey everyone, here we are, episode 82. I remember when interviews used to be just every Monday, and now it's at the point where whenever they happen, they just go right up, right then and there. I like that theory a lot better. So this is 82. I'm here with the War Times. Give me the cool voice.
The War Times.
Oh shit!
There it is. Coming to a theater. Yeah. So Max, who was just on Bangin' Beers, we're getting him. We're putting more alcohol into him. Where'd you do it? Your little glass? Okay. And Tori, who is the amazing artist of our new logo for Not Cool in High School. We took one of the photos of my childhood. That was like one of the most embarrassing things. I used to get picked on all the time. And I was
So
like,
good.
I was like, I'm rolling with it. That's gonna be my new logo.
He's
like,
beautiful.
It is dubbed the Lady Killer,
Lady Killer.
and it's gonna be the Mad Magazine's version of school counting. That I want that little guy's face everywhere. People thought it was not Max Bold. They thought it was
Billy Trey.
Billy Trey.
I don't know who that is, but I heard that a lot.
I love Billy Trey
Billy
so
Trey's
much.
dad thought it was Billy Trey. And I was like, nope, that was me. That was me as a kid. The glow up is real. Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about the band and probably just take some detours here and there. And just that's kind of what we do here. So if this is your first time listening, because you kind of got pulled in because you know one of these two amazing people, it does say interviews with everyday people, but it's not so much an interview thing. It's just a conversation. I just fucked up the name, and I paid money and got the stuff monetized under that name, so we're sticking with it.
Throw it in there.
Yeah, it's staying there. It's hard to interview everyday people because because I think when people think like I'm going to do the show, if they do listen, God bless them. I like when people they don't listen at all. They're like, I'm going to do the show, and I was like, awesome. What do I do? This is going to be a good one. But we made a joke yesterday. Cheesefoot said, you should do a joke where you do research on people and be like, so, Max, I heard you pissed your pants in third grade. like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like...
Just like Nardwar?
Yeah, just like the most embarrassing things. If you do like what you hear, you can hit the follow button. It should be up in the upper right-hand corner. It should be a heart. You can give us a follow on what am I on, Twitch? And then below us, we're going to do the finger things, is all of our social media accounts. So you can go follow those. You can check the replay out on Facebook, YouTube, or check out the audio only on all major social media platforms like Spotify, Google, iTunes, all that fun stuff. And we do have merch too. You can get some cool T-shirts and banners and coffee mugs.
Buy the stuff with my logo on it.
And condoms. Not yet.
Buy the condoms with his logo on it.
You buy them and be like, I don't ever want to create that thing.
Exactly.
Where is the Anthony Blackwell blow-up doll? Where is it?
Nobody would ever buy that. I'm like, I can get someone to buy a T-shirt. All right, I'm not gonna put my face on a blow-up doll.
I'm like, Bad Maggie has their mascot. You've seen that.
It's been on the show, and they forgot it here. So it's been like I held it captive for like almost 6 months and gave it back to them at Skookstock.
Yep.
Yeah. And the muscles have our two podcast logos on the arms.
Oh, hell yeah.
Speaking of Skookstock, if you've been to Skookstock, I know it's 2 years ago, so it's kind of weird to wear a shirt that says 2019.
Wait, that was last year.
2019. It's 2020.
2020.
Oh, yeah, it was last year. Good call. It's coming up on 2 years. It'll be, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
We're still in that horrible year.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get rid of this year. I think that's what it is. There is merchandise available. So I know that the day of the show, it was hard to get a shirt. It was very hard to get a shirt. And one of the logos that we didn't have any merchandise. You can just get a poster, but if you got, I think there was like 20 posters, and they were gone once they were gone, and maybe some stickers. So all of that merchandise is now on Teespring. Maybe I can recoup some of the stuff was lost there that day, or what I'm probably going to do is just split it up and give it to the bands. Or put it towards the next show if it happens. So that's the plan, is to raise money, whatever those three things may be, once the world goes back to normal. So we poured, Max is a freshly 21 baby here. So we poured, this is hemp tails, right? And it's made with real hemp seeds, so you're not going to fail a drug test. And it smells, when you crack this can, it smells like we were just smoking the devil's lettuce in this place. So you're gonna take your big sip here. You're gonna let people know. Smell it first. Look at it. He loves the smell.
It's like a green tea, but like 10 times.
But like a skunk shitting it.
That's delicious.
I like the taste of it, but that smell.
I told you it tastes like ginger ale, right?
It does taste just like ginger ale.
It's very refreshing.
I like the taste of it.
And these are like really cheap when you go to like places. So I got this is from the keg stand in Monty City. They have this flavor, they have like a mango flavor and a passion fruit flavor. And all three of them are fantastic. but it tastes like a ginger ale.
This is really
And then
good.
we got some Ghost wine poured here. I don't know. I don't think it's really called. It is called Ghost. The Finger
Wow.
Lakes Wine Table, Miles and Wine Cellars. Yeah, not many times wine has been on the show. I think Terrain's the only guy who
Thank
has the
you.
wine. So
Banging
I
beers,
am the wine
sipping
mom.
enjoy as
wine.
much as you want. And then I'm drinking one of my many. I bought like a case of it because when I seen it, I was like, I gotta have all of it. So I got a bunch of Stone Cold Steve Austin beers. So,
Nice.
Brother.
Brother.
so how did you two become best friends?
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
Me either.
No.
No, he was in the pit band.
Right, that was two.
For-
that was like 2 years ago. So like back in high school, I would always like try and do anything musically involved because like I just want to get out there, play shows, etc. So I would do the pit band, like for all the musicals in high school. We did Les Mis my first year, Shrek the musical my second year.
Shrek.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's pretty bad.
Third year was Titanic, and then fourth year was How to Succeed in Business, and then after that, I graduated. It's like, oh man, I enjoyed doing this. But then someone, I think it was Lisa, she
Probably
reached
Lisa.
out to me. She said, hey, we're doing a musical based on the music of Queen. It's called We Will Rock You. Are you interested in playing the guitar part? Sign me up. So I did that. It was a great time. And Tori, she was like one of the, were you like sort of a lead in that?
Kind of like Andy and I were like supporting leads.
Yeah, it's like.
And this is at the Majestic.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so that
And
was.
we didn't talk at all.
No.
It's like,
Yeah, we
like
didn't
we
do
knew
that.
of each other. I like added her on Facebook and then just never
The
really
first
talked.
time I actually remember us speaking like back and forth was when you had inquired about those crowns I was making. But I
yeah,
never
that's
made
right.
for you.
I forgot about that.
I make these like fun little crowns or whatnot, and Max was like, "Yeah, I'll take one." And I was like, "Cool," and I just never gave it to you.
Yeah, like because like with no rain checks, I love to wear eccentric outfits and stuff like that. So that one, it was like, whoa, I can be Caesar, or it's like something like that.
I immediately my brain went to King Louis.
King Louis.
Yeah.
Like,
That also
I'm
works.
Not gonna swing a song.
So Tim, I do have an extra can of this, and I'll bring it this Saturday, so we will enjoy that. Tim Mingle's in the chat.
Hi,
Tim.
Tim.
I love Timmy. Tim's
Hi,
here,
Tim.
and
Hi,
Billy
Dad.
Trey is here.
Billy.
Billy Trey in the house. Max Bolton is a cop.
I mean, should I sing the song?
Go ahead. What the hell?
I love the
hate
Condition
the cop.
Oakland song, guys. It was like, "Hurry the cops." It's like, but like, it's also like kind of rough to sing. So.
Yeah. Most conditional knowledge songs are probably hard to sing.
That's also true.
I love it.
Yeah. They're a fun band.
I
They're a really
love
good
them.
time. But yeah, we'll give a quick shout out. Go check out Press Coffee. Press Coffee's
Yeah.
page. Timmy's doing all interviews. I think he has one tonight.
With Ted
Yes,
Hazard.
yes.
Tonight with Ted Hazard. I'm
6
not-
to 8.
6 to 8 at Ted Hazard. And then I think there'll be some guy that looks a lot like the logo in the beginning. Will be there on Saturday. Yeah.
What?
Me.
Oh.
I'll be
Yeah.
on it. I'll be the first. I think I'll be like the second non-music guest.
Oh.
I'm gonna bring
That's
like
No,
a,
you're musical. Remember, you sang White Stripes with us.
and Green Day.
Oh yeah, see, musical guest.
Musical.
Yeah.
Don't deny yourself, King.
Musical.
I have a great voice, but I'm so good I retired. I retired from the game.
Wow.
I'm like they said I was a songbird in my generation. Stepper. Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, so like I was like, oh, I want a crown, and then she was like, okay, and then I never got my crown.
I never gave him a crown.
So then what happened? I think
I don't
like
know,
it was
man.
around the start of like the quarantine. Like I started doing the live streams, and I just remember you just like commenting on everything I do. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's nice. Why are you commenting on everything?
Wow. Screw you, Max.
Yeah.
Sorry for supporting.
she's seen you so much on the interviews with Everyday People that she's like,
I
man,
fangirled.
She fangirled.
Oh
and-
my gosh. Is
happens.
that the Max Bolton of no rain checks?
That's me. That's me, darling.
But I hate you so much. But that's when, and then we started collabing on the experimental.
Oh
music.
yeah. So like actually before we started doing the war times, I was like, no, I want to make like experimental '90s like Massive Attack and Portishead kind of
Weird
sounding
music.
stuff.
It was
Just
so
like,
cool.
I mean, I don't know if you know that kind of stuff. It's like, it just
I was
basically-
alive during that time too. I don't.
It just like basically just like trippy electronic stuff because like
Okay.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
You like sent me some stuff. You're like, here you go. And I said, okay. And like a day later, I was just like, here's a track.
yeah, and like I don't know, like really just based on the response of that, like Tori has a really good work ethic, and that's something I really appreciate.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
So not easy to find.
Yep.
I've been through members. I would know.
Oh.
It's not easy to find. Yeah, it's hard to find people who have a good work ethic and take pride
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
what they do. Yeah.
And like honestly, that's all it really is at the end of the day. Like I was I think it was about a week or two ago now. I was hanging out in Put in Bay with Rob Hampton and Light Up the Moon, and just having these deep conversations. And basically, I just came to the conclusion, like, if you really have like a dream, like I do with music, you gotta surround yourself with people who will lift you up to reach that goal.
Yeah.
And that's who Tori really is for me. Like,
Thanks, Max.
The music scene and community in our area, there is different branches to it, but the overall feel of what the music scene is for each other, especially in our area, is really, really fantastic.
Yeah,
It truly is. I'm kind of lucky enough to be kind of interwoven with a few different branches, and there's not one that's better than the other. Like they're all, and then it's crazy because I feel like me kind of being intermingled with other ones, and then using this platform to have other people kind of talk to each other. Like I bring up like the older crowd, and they're like, "Well, I don't really know them," and I'm like, "Oh, you should hang out with them." And then these guys kind of meet, and or they do a show together, and then that it just becomes more of a bubble, which is really cool. And it's cool to see these guys all work together.
And see, I'm very new to the music scene here because I was just strictly theater.
Yeah.
And then I actually started. I credit Almas Cannon for helping me get back with actual music. And then we started doing our thing, and then slowly getting back into the music scene, and just kind of everyone's just so open arms and just really. And then I met this guy.
That's me.
That's you.
So it's kind of crazy that we both kind of I kind of met her the same way, just through the theater. They hit me up for the Clue production. Yeah. It was really cool to kind of be in there. I still think it's one of my favorite on locations I've ever done. I wanted to do more of those this year, but unfortunately with the COVID.
The C word.
The C word.
The C word.
The C word.
Yeah. It is Tuesday, right?
Checks watch. Yeah.
I mean,
I think that went over. Gone.
Yeah.
All right. There's a see you next Tuesday. Use the first letter of each word. It's a C word.
It spells a bad word.
Yeah. It's It's personally me and Heidi's favorite word. Yeah, it's our pet names for each other when no one's around. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, people don't like it when we say it to each other.
That's
though.
hilarious.
Yeah,
though.
they're like, "Did you just call her that?" I'm like,
Yep.
She loves it.
Yes, I did.
She loves it.
I did.
I think we just kind of take humor in that because it's one of those things. It's like it's only like in America where people get really offended by that. Like over in England and everyone out there, it's like second. It's like how we say fuck. It's a great word. But yeah, so we met through the Majestic, and that was really cool. Really cool production of the show. I liked it.
They did so good.
I want to see more. I want to see more stuff in Majestic. And that's like whole other universe I didn't know existed. It was the theater. The theater kids.
Us theater kids.
Yeah, it was fun.
We're such gremlins. I love it.
We had it was a good time.
We really are.
Mine is almost getting puked on. It was a good time.
Wait, what?
Someone got a little upset tummy during the show, and I was really close to the bathroom. And if I was like 3 seats to the left, I was in the splash zone.
Back there in the late booth, and this guy gets up, and I hear he walks by and goes, "Oh no," and I go, "What?" And all of a sudden I just hear. And I went, "Oh God!" And it lasted for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he ran by me, and he did the whole like put your hands over your mouth, so you heard the splash of it coming through his fingers.
Oh.
Right, and I got up immediately. I was like, if I smell that, it's game over.
He came right back to me. He's like, "If I smell it, I'm out."
Yeah, so I went and I stood by the light booth with her. I didn't know she was in there, and everyone's just like, and this dude is just like violently throwing up.
And then he's in the bathroom doing the same thing.
Yeah, he's like scream puking, like right. I felt horrible for him, but he was going through it, and the only thing, because in my twisted head, she's paranoid. She's like, oh my God, like she's running the show, like it's first night, right?
I couldn't get a hold. God love them. I couldn't get a hold of anyone down there. And then they finally got it, and then they told Al, and Al thought it was in the front. So I see Al like going around the stage, and I'm like, "Heads up here!"
Yeah, listen to the screaming guy. He's right. So then I just like only met her one time, so I'm not sure like how she's gonna get my humor, but it just came out because I don't have a filter. I'm like, listen, the play's not that bad. She's like, you fucking scumbag. But yeah, so it was.
And then I've hated you ever since.
Yeah, and then the show is fantastic. I didn't realize how many people I knew that were in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really cool.
Fantastic people.
Yeah, it was fun. I want to see. It sucks, man, because there was like so much cool stuff happening in our area, and it all kind of came to a halt.
We did that awesome promotion with press, by the way.
Yeah, the press, the photo shoot and stuff.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think Press the only one like that's killing it right now when it
Press
comes
is
to
killing it.
when
I
it comes to trying to keep people entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like just business in general. Like I'm happy that things have reopened at least to some capacity. Like
Yeah.
I was at the Wheel the other day and like they have people dining in the streets. That's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
yeah.
Dining
I
in
mean,
the
there is
streets.
another form of entertainment that's right here on Twitch, but nobody fucking watches this nonsense.
What's this show called?
Exactly.
Who are you?
Who's that fucking idiot?
I do have to say I think it's interesting how he came 360 back to puke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
started it with puke.
There was a
and then it
puke
was
story
puke.
before we started that I cannot tell on the podcast.
That we thought was hilarious, and Max was just
I was
disgusted.
crying as I was telling it. I'm sorry if the volumes are high. It's hard to do everything. I need an engineer.
Can you press? Is there like a reverb with like a delay effect? Because I want to sound like I'm in a cave. There's the effect button. If I press this, will I be
Max?
kicked off the show?
No. It doesn't take. It doesn't. It's easy to kick off the show, but
Max
that's
goes,
not.
shiny toy.
That's not one of them. There is a whole bunch of things like that on here. I've never really played around with it, but you can do a lot of musical stuff with this board. Like you could you could put your headphones here, so if you only want to hear the drum track and this is the drummer's only in this channel.
Oh, sick.
There's like the effects on it. Like my other board had a lot of vocal effects, where you can make yourself sound like a demon or a little kid, like the high pitched thing.
Wait, I remember that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
want to sound
This-
like a demon.
And this one is more or
You
less
are a demon.
I
dude.
am
music.
a demon.
music effects. I'm a demon too. I had to hide.
Demon tribe.
I use Satan imagery because I think it's funny. And people are like, "That's not good." I'm like, "I don't believe in it anyway." Like, "Ooh, the boogeyman."
Ooh, he can get you.
If I do grow my hair back long, what I always wanted to do is I'm probably gonna do it. I wanted like when I had long hair, I was like, "Dude, I'm getting a tattoo in my head. Like not big, but a little tattoo because I can hide it with my hair." And then this way, if I old and get die or old and get die, if I old
and get died. Sorry, headphone
I want to
users.
shave a little section and either tattoo or brand like the Ullman, the 666, on my head. So like if I die and they do like an
You're like,
autopsy,
oh,
like
no.
he was here the whole time. Just one last
The
prank.
whole time.
That one last prank before, and he ran a podcast. He touched so many. He was the goddamn Antichrist.
Influenced our
I love
children.
Yeah. So
I love just hearing all these sorts of things, like, oh, what I want to do before I die. Like, I feel like I'm just seeing so much of that, especially on Twitter these days. And one that I really loved, it's like, as I'm dying, I want to be catapulted right at Mitch McConnell. It's like, oh, hey, you do you, man.
Like I just told you in the car, I was just like, one day I want to open for Hosier, which I still want to do.
oh, okay.
I would love to open for Hosier.
So
Put it on the
I'm
list.
incorrect. I'm on a different podcast. We'll announce that later. I'm not sure exactly what on there I'm allowed to talk about, but yeah, there's another podcast coming with Tim, so I'm gonna be on that one. Yeah,
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm pretty excited about it. I love that guy to death.
Tim.
Great.
He's I think
my dad.
I think he has the record for most podcast visits.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's been on interviews like 2 or 3 times, and every time he comes on, we have the strangest conversations.
Love that.
Wait,
It's
so just like regular
Midnight
interviews?
Not
Gospel?
strangers, but like we talk about things that I could feel comfortable bringing up to him because I know I'm not being like judged. Because like we're in a weird spot now where if you think outside of somebody else's opinion, whether it be right or left, like you're the worst person ever. I don't want to get into it again because I did it all through yesterday's interview.
It's me. I'm there.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know, man. It's just like the extreme left are like, if you don't think what we think, you're wrong, and if the extreme right feel the same way, and it's like, but we don't like the right because they're closed-minded, but then they become what they hate.
Yeah. Like, that's the problem with
It's so
extremism in
fucked up.
general. You'll find that in politics and religion and the economy.
Yeah.
You'll find it in everywhere.
And when people tell me like the only 2 things I don't talk about is politics and religion, I'm like, oh, you're probably closed-minded and you don't want to listen to anyone else's views, and that's probably why you don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But I think that's it's healthy to have those conversations. I may not believe in any of that, but I will sit like with Tim. Like, I can have a conversation about spirituality and religion with Tim. I'm not going to church on Sunday, but I can have a deeper appreciation for the like that realm. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I can get behind there's a higher power. I'm just
Oh,
not
hell yeah.
sure if he sent down a kid magically into a virgin's womb and this guy just ran around like Craig Christ.
Craig Christ.
We were listening to Stephen Lynch before we started the podcast. If you haven't listened to Stephen Lynch, go check out the song Craig Christ. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm that kind of person where it's just like, with my belief, it's just like we're all from like that source, God energy.
Yeah.
And so it's like God is less of a figure out here than it is like within here, and that we all share and that we're all together.
That makes sense. Just bring that a little closer to you. Sorry.
How's this?
It's amazing, actually. Yeah, you got to be like right on it. Because there's like no me. Like I was doing it with Cheesefoot yesterday, and I went to watch it back, and Cheesefoot was like looking at me. He's like, "So anyway, man." No one's hearing any of that. You gotta remember this is your.
Maybe that's
this
best
is
that
your-
nobody heard my crazy,
this is your
my
world.
crazy spiritual stuff.
It's all about myth. It doesn't matter. It really happened. The whole story.
Did you say myth or
telling-
meth?
Myth.
It's all
Okay.
about math.
I loved him.
Same.
Every time I see him, I just hug him. He had that barn show, and I like completely broke all the rules. As soon as I walked in, I was like, I just start hugging everybody, and I'm like, oh, I forgot we're in a pandemic, and he's like, it's cool, we're all gonna die. And I'm like,
That was a fun show.
let's do
That
it.
barn was so fun.
I love
where
that
Andy,
barn.
Where Andy,
that was
his
so sad,
tire
like-
completely blew, and we missed his set.
Yeah, like they said, oh, we're coming to see you right at, I think that was 6 or 7.
6 or something.
I came like a quarter way through your set.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it started like show up at 7. No, like the show started at 7. I
Yeah.
fucked that one up. Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to be there, and then we're coming down that windy hill, and Andy just goes, "Uh-oh," and it just like tore to shreds.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh shit, sorry, Max."
I'd have been like, I'm calling tow truck. I'm not changing the tire today. It's too hot and sticky out. I'm driving on the rim.
Driving on the rim.
Yeah, that place is fucking
It's
fantastic.
beautiful.
cool.
I
You
love
didn't-
it.
You didn't see the house.
No, I didn't.
Next time you go, you have to have Tim show you like his mom's
Tim?
house. It's if you thought the barn was
Hey, Dad.
impressive with stuff everywhere, you should see the house.
Oh my god.
It's awesome. It's just a
love
cool
that.
environment. Like it's such a peaceful,
It
welcoming
is,
place.
and it's warm, and it's just cozy, and it's the energy in there is.
Yeah, that was also
top-notch.
one of the few rare full band Condition Oakland full band shows.
full band like acoustic.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like even rarer in that sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I've ever still seen Condition Oakland. I think the closest I've seen them the full band was just like their normal setup. I never seen them with the keyboard.
Yeah.
And
Wait, the keyboard?
yeah, they have a keyboard.
What?
Yeah, Condition Oakland has a keyboard player. I've never seen her play with the band though.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's interesting.
And I think they just added another guitar.
Really?
I think they have 3 guitars now. I just seen a picture of their practice session. So I think it's 3 guitars, a bass, drum, and keyboard.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I just remember when they opened for No Rain Checks back in November. It was
At Strikers?
Yeah.
Yep, that was the only time I ever seen them full band like that. That's the closest I seen them the full band. Where it was the 2 guitars, bass, and drums.
Yeah.
It's like a mystery now. Like I want to see the full band.
I mean,
Yeah.
I talked to Tyler before, and he said he considers Condition Oakland to be like a solo project with backing musicians. So that would make sense.
Yeah.
But, like I think like full bands are cool though. That's just me.
I think Tim made a joke the one time. He goes, he thinks everyone in School County has been a member of Condition Oakland at least once. And then Tyler has just become Condition Oakland. Like he's like when people don't know Aerosmith and they see Steven Tyler, like, oh my God, it's Aerosmith. There's an interview with Condition Oakland you could check out on this network on YouTube. I got to tell you though, it's a fucking roller coaster. There's not much structure. It's just
Was Danny on that one?
yeah.
God love him.
It's like the Eric Andre show is the best way I can describe that podcast.
I love the Eric Andre
love
show
Eric
so much.
Andre.
Just you know how he runs around, just crashes the
Yeah.
set. That's literally the whole podcast. Yeah, that's the Condition Oakland show. It was really fun. I would definitely do it again. At one point, I just got up and got a beer and let them just make noise into the microphone because I was like, they got it.
It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead, guys. Are you drinking your water? I'm gonna drink your water. Okay.
Where we're going, we don't need water.
So how did the band The War Times come about and the name and what are you going with direction wise? Because I mean, people really haven't heard anything about this band. Just they know it exists.
You know,
They
Tony,
know
that's a
what
very
he's
good question.
Max
hoping
just
you would take
randomly.
over.
Oh yeah. Max and I are also in another band with Al Miscannon and Andy Kelly called Twilight Priestess, and
Not
it's
to be confused with Twilight Princess from Legend of Zelda.
yeah, it's Twilight Priestess. Thank you.
That'd be a good logo spoof, though.
Oh.
I'm already working on it.
I love logo spoofs. That's my favorite. They're my Noah from Punk Stereo has sent me a few logo spoofs, and I'm like, hey, if you send them to me, I'll put them up for T-shirts. and the thing is like, if you make it, I'll send you a T-shirt of it. But yeah, he's a good kid. But go ahead. Sorry.
And Max just randomly asked me one day, and he was just like, hey, do you want to do an acoustic thing? And I said, yeah. And he said, wow, that was easy.
Yeah, okay, so like the thing is, like, I've been doing no rain checks for about 2.5 years, and it's a great time. I love it. You know, Austin and Josh are my brothers. But, like, booking isn't always the easiest sort of thing. Because, like, I mean, we're a 3-piece hard rock trio, like,
And you're
3-piece trio.
and you're 3 college kids that go to 2 of you go to the same college and 1 of you don't, so it's hard to get all 3s together at times.
Well, it's that, and also just the fact that, you know, the kind of stuff we're playing. We're not playing, like, really heavy stuff, but it's still not, like, the easiest place to book. Like, I mean, we can play strikers and stuff like that. Chuck loves us, and, like, the music works there. But then, like, Coney Island, we played there a while ago, but, like, they don't really want, like, hard rock bands and that kind of stuff. They prefer, like, acoustic stuff, which, I mean...
They want you to go up and play Jesse's Girl, and...
Yeah. So, like, honestly, like, I reached out to Tori because, like, again, I have the passion for music, and I want to be able to, like, share that music with as many people as I can. And at least, like, I love no rain checks. I love being able to do original music and the covers that we do. But, like, at least with the format we have, sometimes it's difficult. It's not exactly the perfect medium for getting stuff out there.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get the same thing from people that I get. Is like, why do you do so much? Just stay in your wheelhouse. Do 1 or 2 things. Because everyone's like,
absolutely not.
Why do you have so many podcasts? Why do you run yourself dry? I'm like, if you like doing something, I want to do it with like. That was a weird. As I was saying, I was like, this is going to be misinterpreted. But like, if you have a craft, you want to be able to do like experiment with other people.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
and it's like with music, like if someone's like, hey man, I think this would be a fun, like we talked about, like we should do a paranormal podcast. I'm not saying every podcast I create is going to be a weekly
I can't
thing.
wait for that.
But like if we do like once a month and we just do like a local story or myth or something like that, like I think that'd be fun to sit down and be like, hey, today's episode, we're going to talk about
the Gordon Ghost.
Like a Gordon Ghost, or even we'll just talk about like the theory of Bigfoot or how
Mothman.
and then do like the history of. I think that'd be really fun to do. I mean, there's so many podcasts like that out there, and I don't care. Like I just want to be able to sit down and have a conversation with people and create stuff. I think it's fun.
Exactly. And honestly, I think right now, while I mean, obviously the quarantine sort of eased up, but like
we're back to yellow
and then
now.
it's just right back to.
But it's like now is pretty much like now in the last few months has pretty much been the perfect time to do that. Like
It's very easy to get lazy right now.
well, yeah, and like again, like how many musicians like we lost our gigs? We don't really have a whole lot to do, so we can either write stuff or we can try new stuff. That's pretty much the mindset I had. I remember it actually started back in I think maybe March or April. Ryan Cerruti, Gas Station Disco, he posted, hey, I'm looking to jam with some people. And I'm like, hey, that could be fun. So, like, we jammed 2 or 3 times, wrote, like, really heavy stuff, like, stuff I've never even read.
I want to be a part of a jam session. I don't want to do anything. I just want to hang out.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, you made a comment on that one thing where I was just like, we have to get 100 followers, and then we'll do a live stream. And you're like, I want to host a live stream. And I said, there you go. You can host a live stream, man.
We can definitely do that.
Okay. But, yeah, like, honestly, it's really all, like... working with new people and just getting new perspectives because like without working with Ryan I would have never written like such heavy stuff like that because like it's just not really my forte. You sort of stay with what you know. And then with Tori, like we've been working on some originals now. It's like softer like sort of singer-songwriter kind of stuff which
like
normally
folk indie
type
stuff.
It's like stuff that otherwise I'd never be coming up with because like it's just not really what I do. It's not what I do with No Rain Checks. So like it's really just meeting new people, getting new perspectives.
And it's really fun because we'll just sit in my apartment and 3 hours will go by and we have like 3 new originals that are just like bangers. And it's literally just like, all right, you play something. And I'm just like, oh, here's some lyrics. And it's just like, all right, this is what it sounds. Tighten it up. All right, cool, we got a song. And it's like,
Well, I heard one song off air and I fucking love it.
Yeah, we have the comedy bits and then we have like the serious bits that we can play at like establishments.
Yeah.
Well, I think I haven't really heard full voice like stuff with you yet, but with the stuff I've heard, you do have a very powerful voice. You have a very good voice.
She's fantastic.
And you're a great guitar player.
He's incredible.
I think one of the craziest things I've ever seen someone do with an acoustic guitar is Bishop. How Bishop can turn an acoustic guitar into like an electric. And I know he uses effects and pedals and stuff, but that's something you should look into doing.
Oh, yeah, like it's something I've been considering because like I have the big pedal board with like you remember the theremin and everything, so it's like possibilities are endless, really.
Because you can like you're very. the reason I like you as a musician is because you are willing to stick your foot in every pond.
Mm-hmm.
Where some people are just like, I like classic rock or I just like country, and you're just like, I'll play '90s death metal with. And you tell me a genre I never knew it existed because
Neoclassical dark wave.
You're just so into all these different kooky things, and it's like it's
He's
interesting.
a kooky kind of guy.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah, but I mean, like, again, it just goes back to I don't want to be doing the same thing my whole life. I want to keep things interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting blown up. I hope this is not. People get upset when I don't talk to them on the stream and they message
Oh
me.
boy.
Oh, okay.
Hello, people.
Hi,
on the
everyone.
Someone said your logo looks like Cappy.
What's Cappy?
Why is Cappy your mascot? I guess they're
Oh,
saying
the
that.
capybara.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
that's Franklin.
Yeah.
I love
He is
the logo.
our son.
I love the logo so much
Thanks.
that I messaged Max. I said, that logo is fucking fire. And I said, who made it? And he goes, Tori. And I went, I love the logo. And she's like,
Yeah, sure.
do you want a logo too? And I was like, I do. And
like,
then
all right.
the birth of Not Cool in High School.
An hour
became-
later, I was like, here's something.
Yeah, I don't know how that started. Like, I remember, like, whenever I just love seeing like cute animal videos and stuff like that on the Facebook time. Like, you remember the toucan that's just or whatever.
That toucan, I stomp, no walk. And
But I just love stuff like that. And at one point, I saw a capybara. I'm like, what is this? What is it? And then I don't know. Like we just send cute animal videos to each other.
Great.
It's like I'll wake up in the morning and there'll be like 5 notifications of just like Shiba Inus and stuff like that.
I'll just like
It's like-
tag you and be like, look at this one.
But yeah, then I don't even know how that started with the capybaras. But it's like, whoa, look at this guy. He's adorable.
And I was like, I love capybaras. And then that was it. And then
we came up with the name Franklin.
he's our son. And then we found out that they are also very social animals, so you have to get them a pair. So then we're going to get a female named Eleanor, so then we have both the Roosevelts.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. Pennsylvania is one of the only states where you can actually legally have a capybara.
Really?
Yes.
We've looked into this. They're going to go on tour with us.
Well, the logo is one of those things cool too, where you can like just make small modifications and make like different versions of the same thing.
Yep.
And I think that's a really cool concept. Like that's where I'm kind of getting with the show is with the logo is like maybe not so much banging beers because I'm still getting pressure with that one.
Banging beers.
Yeah, still getting
Banging
pressure with that one. But the
yeah.
interviews with everyday people, the one with the Haley, like for a while there, I kind of just kept this one, and I was like, man, that Haley, like, because the first one Haley did the logo, I was like, I fucking love it.
It's great.
But I'm like really self-conscious to use my own face as the logo.
Do
Yeah.
it, man.
Right? And then
I get what you mean, though.
but then like I look at like Joe Rogan's logo is his face.
Yeah.
This podcast is like a cartoon version of them, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna fucking embrace it. Like, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of leaning into. Like, that's the official show logo.
Yeah.
Like, I still like the microphone thing, like like for all the shows, but I think when I first started, I wanted to show that all the shows are part of the same family. And then now that I kind of established it, coming into up to 2 years, I think it's cool to have each show has its own identity.
Yeah.
So I think it's really fun that each show and like the yearbook photo, like that little gremlin looking motherfucker can be modified into so many different things down the road. And like the tornado tag, I'm telling people like if you're a wrestling fan and you like making logos, we'll work something out. So don't hit me all up at once. I don't have the money to pay everyone. Right? But like a different move, each logo. Like the first one was a German suplex. The next one could be like a super kick or someone jump off the top rope. Like we can make different wrestling moves and just kind of insert.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I think it's fun that way. Like, and it's and I want to give more artists some shine to get their stuff out there. Because if I keep saying like, hey, Tori makes great logos, you get more business. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much for that plug.
Yeah,
in the last
they're
Banging Beers. That was awesome.
They're unbelievable. Like I'm telling you, like I'm gonna be hitting you up more when
No
I get more
problem,
money in my
man.
pocket.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's awesome.
Banging beers.
Banging Beers.
So
you have to make that the jingle. You have
well,
to.
here's when you said that, I was like, oh man, it's gonna start a shit show. So Ben has been teasing that he's gonna write like a jingle for the show for months, and then he's gonna give it to Andy, and then Andy's gonna record it with either Faith in Exile or
Hands Resist.
and that's gonna be the show's intro.
That'll be
And
brutal.
I said, I like it. I like that idea, but I do like the fact that we change the music after so many episodes.
I mean, I think that's fine also. Like, I mean, when I wrote Clash of Titans, I literally had that in the mind. Okay, we can use this as the theme song. And
Yeah.
then, like, you can then change to whatever then.
Yeah. So I always tell people, like, hey, if you're a part of a band and you want your band's original music to be intro music, hit me up and I'll change it. And then, like, no one kind of hit me up again. Like, so I think the only one that's really been changing the most is interviews. So I had...
You had Timmy.
I had Timmy on there. I think Timmy was the second one. The first one was Vito DePiro. He was a rapper out of Harrisburg. very talented. Then it went Tim. Then it's now Mahantungo.
Really?
Yeah, better, which is realistically and this is no slight at any other intro music, but when I first heard the song Better Now, and I heard the lyrics, and I heard how, like, you've been through some shit, but it's going to be better, like, you're going to overcome it. I was like, man, that'd be fucking amazing music for the podcast.
It's suitable.
So, like, Better Now is, like, the song I always wanted to be the intro music, and at first when I hit them up, they're like, I don't know if we're interested. And now they're like, yeah, that's cool, do it. You know what I mean? Like, they were going through, they were trying to figure out what they wanted to do, and I think to try to get everybody on the same page.
Okay.
It just didn't work out. But now they're like, yeah, definitely use it. So it's cool. So I'll probably use it for like 10, 15 episodes and then switch it over again. Not Cool in High School is Look Alive.
Still?
Yep.
Love that song.
Snowblind's my favorite song. I don't know if we have how much influence we have, but that song was not even on their top 5. Maybe because I listened to it like once a day. But that, like, Snowblind wasn't even on their Spotify most played, like their top 5, and now it's the number 1 played song. I think because I listen to it all the time.
Because it's just
Yeah.
you.
Pimp Bob has to be up there. I'm playing that every day.
Yeah, Pimp Bob is really good. And then No Rain Checks is Not Cool in High School. I mean, Tornado Tag.
Yep.
Ultra Violent.
Violent.
I don't remember the name of the song though. I'm
Is
really
it
shitty.
Float?
I think it's one of them, but they just got signed, so that's pretty cool that we kind of got their before they got signed. I'm not super into the heavier music, but I feel like I want to give it a spot on the platform because I think heavier music doesn't get really showcased that much. I think Bangin' Beers works perfect for that.
Banging beers.
Bangin' Beers. And then the Redskins podcast. Oh, sorry. Washington team name to be announced podcast.
The Washington Foreskins.
Yeah, that show has no
You're a
music
sick
yet, so we're
person.
trying to figure. The only one the music we use for that show is an old 80s rap that the actual team made.
Really?
Incredible.
Like that was like a
love
big
that.
thing in the 80s where like the Chicago Bears did it, where it's like the Bears
The
dance,
Bears.
and it was like we are the Bears, like, and it was like the old like 80s.
I just love cheesy 80s rap so much.
That's literally, you have to hear the Redskins, Washington to be announced team one. It's just like, we are the Redskins and we are the best. and then,
that rhyme is on point.
And then they have like the fans, like they had like recorded fans, and like, you are the Redskins and you are the best. And they're like, we get a touchdown because we are the best. Like it's just, it's like the worst. But I make it the intro.
best. Oh
I'm like,
my
I don't
God.
even care if I get flagged or if it gets taken down.
And we are the best.
This is the funniest music ever. But yeah, you got to check it out.
We're
It's-
slacking on our originals.
That's what you need to
We
make.
are the war times and we are the best.
Yeah, and then you have to do like the crazy 80s dance. Where you swing your hole. That's going to be clipped, huh? Sorry.
Make it a GIF.
I love that.
Trey's like, clip, make a gif. Like, us dancing.
And Max just disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm
Max
just here.
shaking his head like, you guys are fucking idiots.
I just love it so much. Like the message by Grandmaster Flash, just like that sort of just like monotonous sort of 80s rap. It's like a journal sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep on going under.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, people get so messed up that they don't realize that this is the same lyrics for 48 minutes long. Don't push me,
Because I'm close to the edge.
We're gonna get banned on Twitch. I don't know if you're allowed to sing. I don't know. Probably not. You're not allowed to do anything.
It's a great song.
Saw
Yeah.
Twitch.
I'm doing
Broken glass.
I formally
everywhere.
apologize.
People pissing on the streets because they just don't care.
Yeah, old stuff.
That's like the only rap I know.
I know a lot. If you ever need a rap in the band, let me know. I know
Sick.
a bunch of cover stuff.
I wanted to cover for the longest time. You know, Handlebars by Flowbots. It's like
No.
I can ride my
Like,
bike with no handlebars, no handlebars.
Oh,
no.
I don't know.
It's like look at me,
Look at me, hands in the air like it's good to be alive. I'm a famous rapper. And his hands are
I wanna
crooked.
do-
It's such a good song. You got it.
I want to do a cover of Taxi Driver by Gym Class Heroes, where every lyric to the song is a band name.
Okay.
You have to look it up. It's really good.
That's really funny.
It's really good.
Sabaton has a thing where it's like every lyric is a heavy metal band. Actually, with No Rain Checks, I did one where it was just all like local bands, but we're still working on that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is No Rain Checks gonna be the first band that covers another local band stuff?
We've already covered Look Alive a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And we've
Yeah.
already done Pimp Bob at least pretty much every last show we've done.
Dude, I love it's really hard to it's like picking your favorite kid. There's so many good bands in our area, man. Like I'm gonna be honest, Crowbot always in my rotation. Look Alive is almost always in my rotation. and Mohantango is always being played. Like I that CD is in my CD player in my car right now.
I got
love
Tim
it.
just dropped an EP.
Yeah,
right.
Tim
Yeah,
just
that's
dropped
right.
a brand new. Yeah, I actually was gonna pick that up today. Good call, thank you. I actually was gonna make a post
I was
about
listening to that this morning when I was getting ready to come to the podcast.
it. How is it? It's called
great.
Town Drugs by
I love
Churches
that.
and Trains.
I think that's so funny. I love that.
Reminds me of Earthbound.
And if you go on Bandcamp and you search Churches and Trains, you can get the entire album for $3 or
Yeah,
a
it's
dollar a song.
$3.
It's 6 songs, but you should give more than $3 because
Yeah.
you're good people if you listen to this show. I just like kind of found Bandcamp, and I think it's an amazing
love
thing. I think
Bandcamp.
more people should know about it.
I love Bandcamp.
I personally, I think every single person who agreed to do intro music for me, I like in solidarity have bought their album on Bandcamp.
That's awesome.
I think that's what they do. I could be wrong. Let me
Yeah,
look here.
support your local artists and musicians, man. It matters.
Yeah, I have. So here's the albums I own on Bandcamp.
Let's go.
I have 4 Rock and Roll EP by No Rain Checks, Pretty Little Flowers by Churches and Trains, and Sense of Awareness by Mohantango. They're the 3 albums I own
Nice.
currently. You know whose album I want? He needs to put on Bandcamp.
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
Yeah.
I love his music.
He's
On
so,
a tropical island.
He's so
Oh,
good.
it's so
And he's so
good.
good on guitar, man.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Like him and Ted with just the freaking all the
Ted's-
fast picking. I
Ted's
don't know
so
how they
good,
do
too.
it. That's exhausting as hell.
I'm probably Ted's probably gonna be spoiler alert. If any song over trumps Clash of Titans when it comes to like maybe taking over for a little bit, it'll probably be Ultimate Warrior by Ted.
An Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, an Ultimate Warrior. Like I should reach out. I mean, Ted, you probably hopefully still watch this.
An Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, I love that song. Cause all the references like I'll never be a Hulk Hogan. I'll just be an Ultimate Warrior. Like it's just
That is good. That is
yeah,
good.
That's really
that
funny.
should be that would be a good. If No Rain Checks were to come off the mantle for a bit, I think Ted Hazard would be a good replacement for Tornado Attack for a little bit. But
I think that would be a worthy.
dude, No Rain that song Clash of
It's
Titans
so
literally like the way we have it set up on the show is the music hits
Whoa,
and then like the bell rings like the match starts and then it's like the 1, 2 and then the music starts again but it
It's
goes right
so
to the
good,
solo.
dude.
But that's literally like in my head is like what a wrestler would come down to. Like,
Yeah,
you've
his
got to
walk-on
come
song.
down.
And that's what I wrote it in with that in mind.
Yeah,
So
fantastic. I love that song.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we'll
Are we
get
doing that acoustically?
Yeah, dude. Are
what,
you
Clash of
kidding me?
Titans.
Clash of Titans.
With like just the most indie like guitar.
Yeah.
When Max does the thing, he does this with his hands on the guitar and like beautiful things come out.
Yeah. I was listening to something. I said, you made it when people start putting you in lyrics, like
Oh,
how
that's
like
incredible.
Joe Rogan Joe Rogan podcast made
Mhm.
like a rap lyric or something like that. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe one day interviews where people make a lyric, and then that'd be cool.
It'll happen.
It will happen. As we look at each other, it will happen.
We'll
I'm just
find-
drinking. You have not drank your water at all.
What did you think of that wine?
That's good.
You liked it?
Yeah,
This
it's
is
really
the
nice.
ghost wine. So if you look at it, it's not gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to see on this side because the light's shining this way. But there's a
you wanna
silhouette of
switch
a
for a
woman
while?
on the bottle, and the if you shine the light through this side, it makes the ghost appear on the bottle.
Just chug the rest of it.
I did not see that there.
That's
You
okay.
guys,
It's all.
you guys
it's all
want more
empty.
Hemtails?
Yeah.
You want more pot beer? Max
Yeah.
doesn't like it, obviously, because his glass is still full.
Opened it up, had Max smell it. He almost vomed, and Anthony and I are like, oh man. He's like, oh, and we're like, oh yeah,
We'll take that for you.
oh yeah.
I'll have some more wine, please. Yay.
Oh, Max, why
yourself.
don't you tell everybody how we found out our band name?
I don't know how we. Oh, that's right. Actually, I don't remember.
Me either.
Oh, perfect.
No, we were like arguing, but well, it wasn't arguing, but we were just back and forth as like,
We
What are
were
we gonna
like
be
trying
called?
Yeah, we were thinking about it for like 2 or 3
because
weeks.
I wanted it to have meaning. I wanted it to mean something.
And it
'cause
doesn't mean
everything-
anything.
It really doesn't mean anything.
I mean,
It kind of means something. I forget what we were talking about, but Nate Heater is the guy that took our pictures.
great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor too.
The photos look fantastic.
Are they incredible?
look like
He's
80s
never-
vinyl.
He's never taken photos before. He's actually doing other ones.
Can you
now.
believe
Nate
that?
Heater.
Yeah.
Nate Heater on Facebook. Hit him up. He does some great photography. We're actually gonna do more tomorrow, actually
Yes.
too. So
We're actually planning on doing a video shoot. We're gonna
Yep.
do a cover.
Really?
What song are we gonna do?
couple covers.
What song are we gonna
What song?
do? Yeah, what song?
Here, can I make a suggestion?
I mean, you
Sure.
can. I won't listen to it.
Yeah.
I'll listen. I'll listen.
So
to
when
it.
I hear like the war times, I think of like obviously war times, and I think for me, I mean, when you look at the logo, you immediately think like World War II.
Yeah.
That's
But
what,
for me, I think because of the biggest like, I mean, obviously we lived through wars our whole lives, but like I for some reason always think of the Vietnam War because it was such political, like used in movies and stuff. Yeah, CCR, man.
Yep.
I think that'd be a cool cover.
I love
Definitely.
CCR. Fortunate Son. That's a good one.
Like, because I feel like songs during war times that were they have. I mean, look at all the music. Like every time there was something significant happen that in pop culture, and a
Well, look
song
at
was
Dylan.
made.
Bob Dylan
Yeah.
started off writing shit about the government back
Yeah.
in the 60s.
Yeah, I like it.
So at least for me, the name of the war times. So like you said before, we've had wars our entire lifetime. There's been wars throughout the entirety of history. However, there's always been like one thing to keep up morale and hope. And at least, like we're going through some stressful times now. Maybe it's not war, but like it's still a big stressful thing in our.
Something that nobody alive right now has ever gone through.
Exactly. So I mean, if we can, like, I don't want to have like a big head or anything, but like if there's anything that we can do with music to try and get people through it, I think that's what the war times is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, music was used as like either an anthem for when you come home for thank you for your service,
Yep.
or it was like a beacon to be like, why the fuck are we doing this still?
Yep.
You know what I
Singing for the
mean?
boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Like, listen, we're not disrespecting the military, but we don't want them to go over there and get hurt either.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's the same thing. It's like, but if you talk about that kind of stuff, you're unpatriotic and you don't love your country. It's like, no, I really like my country to the point I don't want people to die.
Actually,
War is a
that's-
terrible, terrible game, but thank you for
We,
your
we are
service.
we are literally fighting more of our freedoms and our rights in our own soil than we are ever going to be fighting overseas. Like everyone's like, well, these guys died for your right to speak how you want to speak. I was like, never in the history of ever has any other country imposed on our freedom of speech. We're doing it ourselves in our own
Yeah.
country. So
Yep.
let's work on that now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I think it's interesting. I see a lot of you see a lot of people like, hey, if you don't like this country, you can get on out. But it's like,
That's so dumb.
it's not like being critical or saying you hate the country. It's like, hey, I love this country, but I
wanna make it
acknowledge that there are
better.
exactly. I acknowledge there are problems that need to be fixed.
I love
and
my
honestly, I think that's one of the
country.
most patriotic things that you can. Like
Yeah.
I
to
agree.
to not look behind, like to not just like blindly accept propaganda and be like, okay, there are some issues, but I really love this country. I want to fix it.
mhm. Yeah, I agree.
Turn off the news and love your neighbor, man.
That's the biggest thing. It sounds shitty to say you can't watch the news, but you really can't because
No.
if you watch one side, it's pro one side, and if you watch the other, it's pro the other, and you really
It's a
don't
game.
you don't really get a good just feeling of who's giving you the right information.
There's simply too much polarization anymore.
Yeah, honestly, I think if anything, that should be fucking looked at. Like you should be like if you're gonna be a journalist, you should be a straight up journalist nowadays. There's not many left.
Like Hobart News.
Yeah.
Do you follow Hobart?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love Anthony Hobart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
trying.
great.
I'm trying to get him on. I sent him a
That would
message.
be
He didn't.
awesome.
He didn't reach out to me.
Oh.
I tried. I figured a
Okay.
guy in the area trying to do cool stuff. I wanna.
Listen, Hobart.
He's
We're
not
gonna
listening.
spam you.
He's not listening.
I'm gonna tag him.
We're gonna
You should.
spam
You
him.
should tag
I'm
him.
gonna tag him.
What I should do is I should tag everything we talk about and then put it in the thing. But I'm
Every
lazy.
tag.
I'm lazy.
Just
You
get
need
like
an
a
assistant.
notebook.
Your engineer. You gotta get your
Yeah.
engineer to
Hey,
do
engineer, get that.
that.
What is the guy on Joe Rogan's? Jamie. Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie.
I need to put a TV here, and we put stuff on the
Be like,
TV.
oh.
See, look, there's the monkey. He's throwing a
Oh.
rock.
Oh, wow.
You
Yes.
just have like stock tickers on the bottom.
Yeah, we kind of have that right now. The
Wait, do
stock
we?
tickers. Yeah. And they move. See, like the little graphics, they move. It's like, hey, that's Instagram.
The Dow Jones has plummeted 1,000 points.
Yeah. The wheel is up 15. Like we're local. Wheels business is back up.
That's cute. I
Yeah.
like that idea.
Hopefully,
Oh, they
one-
have the new location.
in Tamaqua.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it? Has anyone seen what it looks like inside? Is it big? Is it spacey?
I haven't been there.
I wonder if they're
Well,
gonna do
come
it.
on, Max. You're an insider. Come on.
Well, you have more of an insider than Max.
Oh, Tori.
I do?
Oh.
Yeah, one of your friends is in a band that may be influenced.
Oh, that's right. I
in
should
making
know more.
grilled cheese sandwiches.
Sorry, guys. Sorry,
Phased.
Phased.
Everyone would check out Phased. They're on the table, right on her elbow.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I feel like I've mentioned it before, but I love the logo because it reminds me of Final Fantasy.
Yeah. There's a lot of logos on here, man. Like, I had someone come on who every single time someone comes on the podcast and they're really nervous and we have a conversation, I see their eyes look around the table a lot, and I've been told it makes them feel like comfortable. I guess looking at something and kind of getting your mind
There's
on what's
a lot
happening.
of your eye to focus on.
Yeah.
So it's not just like I'm in my head. I'm
you don't
in my head.
you don't
I'm in my
realize that
head.
there's lights and cameras and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's I don't know, and I like it.
Stuck in my head.
If I ever become famous, we'll cut the table up into pieces and sell them.
That was one of Timmy's songs.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
never
I'm
mind.
sorry, Tim.
Tim is fantastic.
Dad, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Dad.
I only call him Dad because we were there for Affogato Day,
Oh, that was good.
and he was there, and he was just like, "Here's your ice cream, kids." And I said, "Thank you, Dad." He said, "You just call me Dad," and I said, "No."
Oh man,
Thanks.
is that what's the name of music going to be live tonight? Like, can you go sit on?
That's just live streamed. Not open
No, I don't
public.
think it's open.
It's not open.
Nah.
Tim, if you're still listening, if you have a couple seats, I know some people that might want to come.
Oh.
Open it up.
Yeah,
Open it up. Gary's way.
I can bring my camera. Yeah, I got new lenses.
Ooh.
Yeah, check it out. That one is called the.
Oh.
That one's called the Man. Right?
I'm the man.
Bum,
Calm down.
And this one's called. Well, what's the name of the song?
The man.
No,
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 the-
nothing can break.
Where he's very large.
What?
The name of the song where he's very large.
Who?
Your song,
What?
the one you played before the show.
Oh,
Henry.
yeah. We'll just call it
Henry.
Henry.
This one's called Henry, and this is Tony right here.
Wait, is Henry about him?
Henry?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It's not about me.
Because technically, this is Henry.
This is
Because
Henry.
the joke is that Henry is that, but the other guy is even smaller.
Like, I want to sing a line from it, but I feel like I'll get canceled.
Yeah, probably get me shut down off Twitch. But yeah, I got these.
Wait for our comedy EP. It'll drop.
I think it's a great song. Do you ever listen to
Henry!
Henry? Oh my Jesus!
Henry.
Please don't do your dad grunts when that happens.
Henry.
I hate when you do that.
This one has a little bit to it too. This one has a little, not much, but
See, that's the original guy in the
it does
song.
it does the job.
I know I ain't packing much.
My bedroom skills are out of touch.
I've written such good lyrics for this project.
Sounds like a long-term relationship to me. You just start off, you're amazing at what you do. You're like Michael Jordan, and then you peter out to like a Larry Bird with a bad back. You know,
Jeez, thanks. That's something to look forward to.
14 years, brother. I love you, Heidi. I looked up like she's dead. Like, I miss you, babe.
Heidi. I miss you, babe.
Oh man. All right, where do we go from here? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Well, we had originals.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be recording our first video shoot tomorrow, doing
Yes.
covers, and then we're going to post out.
Where's the? Oh, maybe we shouldn't say the location so people don't go and fucking bother you.
I don't really think anybody knows where Frog Hollow is anyway.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah.
If you know what
That's
Frog
my
Hollow
little
is.
that's my little piece of
Sanctuary.
the world, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go there when I was a daisy in Girl Scouts. And I've been going there since. So it's probably my favorite place.
So, I want to. My goal is someone who I thought was very, very talented at what they do no longer does it when it comes to making music videos and stuff.
Mhm.
But I think with this computer, I told myself I'm going to learn how to edit better and do like I don't want to be a photographer or like be really good at photography, but I want to do just enough to get by.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not really going to charge people. Like I just kind of want to help people get stuff done, and I want to get better at filming. So if you ever need, I know you have a guy for tomorrow, but like in the future,
yeah, absolutely.
like something you're not expecting to get done right away, just so I can kind of like practice.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the live stream festival that you plan on doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, live stream is the one thing. Like I just set it up and hit a button. Like,
Yeah.
but I want to like take my because the thing is like I have these cameras now, and then my goal was to put them through this thing I called a Cam Link. But the problem is that the Canon cameras they work with the Cam Link, but they don't fully work with the Cam Link. So when we did our first stream with the camera, it looked fantastic. Look at DSLR quality image. But after so many seconds, it times out. And then you have to go up and hit a fucking button.
No.
And I'm like, I'm not going to every 30 seconds, every 30
No.
minutes go hit a button. So
No.
that's why we're back at the webcam.
Yeah.
So it looks like the image quality of the show has went down, but it's more of a live stream.
Yeah.
I mean, here's how I justify it. We're doing a podcast, so it should be the audio that you're looking for only. But some people do like the visual to it. But I want to take my video equipment and even if it's just like doing like one video of a song you guys play, and just maybe not so much like a fancy music video, but just like you guys sitting in like a venue doing a cover,
Yeah.
and just
I
try
love that,
and
yeah.
just do some video shoots to it, and figure that out. I wanna get better at doing video editing,
That'd be beautiful.
so I can.
Yeah, that would
And
be
the
so
reason I
fun.
want to do it is to help other people, and then get better for myself as well too. Like so, because I have so much shit. Like I have GoPros, I have a lot of really neat shit, but I wanna get better at it.
Yeah, that would be so fun to collaborate
When-
with that.
When can people expect to hear stuff from you guys, like releases or Bandcamp links or anything
So-
like that?
Again, first, we're just trying to see what shows. Like, obviously, everything's operating at a very limited capacity. We do have a gig booked for October. Where's that
Yeah.
going to be again?
That's gonna be at Stone Mountain Wine Cellar. We actually have Pressed on the 31st.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting about
Yeah,
that. Sorry,
that's
Tim.
okay.
So you're debuting at Prest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool,
I think we're
cool.
opening for
That's yeah, Mahantongo's playing that.
Mahantongo.
Is that
Really?
out there? Did we just spoil that? Sorry.
We might. I don't know.
Oh no, I'll be there if there's
All
if there's
right.
still speeds. I'll be
Yeah.
there. I'll take photos.
Yeah,
Oh,
so like
fun.
current plan, like we're just working on we have probably I'd say about 4 or 5 hours worth of cover material. So
Yeah.
like
That was just that one day we just sat down. We're like, do we know this? All right, put it down. Do we know this? Yeah, put it down. Do we know this? Okay, yeah.
it's like we're trying
It's
to
so
see.
easy to work with you. I love working with you.
Because he listens to fucking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we both do. So it's just like, oh, we know that, and it's like, yeah, we sing it. We're like, all right, write it
Acoustic's
down.
definitely the way to go because one of the things that we have a great music scene in our area, but one of the disadvantages we have is we don't have the space to put bands.
Yeah.
There's really only a handful of like Woody's. One place, all right, well, Strikers is probably the top, but I think another place that's really good that gets slept on a lot when it comes to putting bands in there, and I think more people should do it, is Rumors.
Yeah.
Rumors-
We
Yeah.
played there back in October and it was great.
Rumors is a good fucking time to put a band in there.
Heck yeah.
That's such a cool environment. Like people have a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Rumors should definitely get bumped up the list when it comes to a live music venue. It really should.
I agree.
I agree.
And hopefully, if everything starts working out and they do some stuff, that Black Rock Brewing would be a cool place. In the
Yep.
I
future.
would love to.
Yeah.
I would love Abby.
I got
I
a
would
tour.
love to.
I got to tour the inside of the building to kind of see what's
Is it
going on.
cool?
It's gonna be fucking a cool place.
I am so excited.
It's gonna be a really really cool place.
I am so
I
excited.
I have a lot of high hopes for that brewery. As someone who drinks as much as I do, for research purposes, not to get drunk. I don't get drunk very often. I'm being honest. I don't. Because I don't like to get drunk. I just like I get to a certain point. I'm like I'm good right here. This is where I roll. Because that's one thing. Doing a beer show, I don't want to be the guy in public who's sloppy all the time. 'Cause I think that makes a big deal. I mean, I think it's very
Welcome
rare.
to my show.
Yeah.
Lying and
I don't want to be a sloppy mess. Like I want to. Like it's one thing to promote local beer, but you don't want to be the guy who promotes local beer who is a sloppy mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I should probably work out more. It's one of the main things. I shouldn't be as fat as I am. Just like, oh, look at that fat guy. He drinks a lot of beer. Like,
I think you're fine.
if I lost a couple pounds, though, and I still reviewed beer, people are like, oh, like, I think I'd be taken more seriously. I got to do it. It's just hard.
Wow, story of my
Body
fucking
pain.
life.
Body pain slows me down. But no, so when we first went there, they said, we're going to have a blonde ale on tap and a light lager. And I was like, that's bad. That's a bad. I'm like, you're going to be a craft brewery opening up in Pottsville, and your first two beers you're going to put out are going to be direct competition with Yingling, and their top beers are a light lager and a blonde ale. Not a good move. Like, we were on the way up there. I'm like, I want them to do well. Like, I said, I would have done a sour. Not in the summertime, I wouldn't have done a stout, but I would have started with a sour and maybe like a light lager, but I wouldn't have done that. And I was like, man, they have to knock it out of the park. Like, these beers have to be fucking amazing,
Right.
or they're just gonna fall by the wayside. And we got there, and they're like, I'll do the blonde ale. And they're like, all right, well, that's like a 7% beer. And I was like, for a blonde? I'm like, that's really high for a blonde. And I drank it, and I was like, this drink's like a 3. And it's fucking good.
Yes.
It's really
That makes me
fucking
so
good.
happy for them. I don't like beer, but like that makes me so happy. For
So
them.
like, and like I said, my favorite beers. I mean, everyone likes this. I stick with the Coal Region beers. Like I'm a blue collar beer guy. I like my lagers. I like my pilsners. I like my ales. I do like IPAs. I do like sours. But like a sour for me is like a taster. If I have to drink a full can of a sour, by the end of it, I have heartburn. It's just too sweet. I just like my blue collar. Give me my. I mean, IPAs are fine too. But so when I went there, I was like, I had the blonde ale, and I was like, this is really, really good. And I was like, this is strong. And I just remember looking around at people, and I remember the one person I know, she came up to me, she's like, I had one beer. I'm taking my car home and getting a ride back because I already know these beers are going to get me. And I was like, oh, that's a great move because that's a 7%
Yeah.
ale.
Holy
Ales aren't
shit.
usually that high. Like that blonde ale is a Schuylkill County party banger beer.
Yes.
Like if they get to
Hell
the point
yeah.
where that's going to be canned or bottled or anything, that's going to be a hit. That blonde ale is going to be
Good
a
for
fucking
them.
hit.
Oh
And then
my
the
God.
Lantern Light, which is their lager, it was very, very good, but it's a light lager. So I think for what it was a great beer. But I think the Lantern's definitely going to be a flagship for them.
That's
The
so
Lantern
great.
Light is really, really, like, I'm not downplaying it, but it's the same ABV as normally what it should be. It tastes exactly like a light lager should. Like, it hits all the notes to make it a good beer, but that blonde ale is going to be a banger. It's
Good
going to
for
be,
them.
yeah,
That makes me so happy
I'm really
for them.
happy for them. And if I know they're open on Sundays. So if you do go on Sundays, they have the food truck. You just got to keep an eye on their times, but they usually open. They have the food truck there on a Sunday,
I've wanted to check that out.
and you can get some
Yeah,
beers
I've been
and
meaning to
sit
take you for your
outside.
birthday.
And sometimes
your birthday
they-
was last week.
and they do put acoustic acts up in
Really?
there. Yeah, I know Tim played the one day there, so just put it out there.
Hey, Dad.
The war times.
If you're still here.
We need to start playing in parks and shit. Yeah,
Who
I
says
agree.
that?
Billy Trey.
Oh.
I
Hi,
think-
Billy. I've heard so much about you.
Billy
I'm
Trey
Tori.
Billy Trey would be a cool addition to if you guys did a project too. Maybe bring him in for a secondary.
That's an idea. So actually, him, I, and someone else, we have a secret project.
Really?
Super secret.
3 people.
Yes, 3 people
Are
as of right now.
all 3 is guitar players?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh.
you know what it is.
I don't.
You don't?
No, but I'm just trying to put in my head who's always talking to Billy and who's always talking to me. And if it's the 3 I'm thinking, holy dog shit, that'd be fantastic. And I think you should add a vocalist to it.
You? Oh. Oh.
His finger was like,
Probably. All right. So I have a lot of really, when it comes to musicians, I have a lot of people I really, really like. You're on the list. Billy's on the list. I just like Billy as a person. Billy does a lot for the show and stuff.
Love him.
I'm gonna say a few other names
Actually, he's friends
first.
with Jack.
hey,
Yeah, Billy's a cool dude, man. He actually helped me set all this stuff up.
hi, Billy.
Yeah, he's super. I love the kid to death. We game a lot. I'm gonna say a couple of names in between the name that's probably part of your project, so I don't give it away.
Okay.
But I really like Kevin from Look Alive as a guitarist.
He's amazing.
He's so
Such a
fucking,
tasteful player. That's how I would describe him.
and he's so
very
quiet.
tasteful.
He's so quiet and just chill. I'm just going by guitarist right now. I really like Brent from. I mean, Flatline's not a thing anymore, but Brent. Congratulations, they're having a baby soon.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to. They invited me over to their house a couple days ago, and I just couldn't make it because we had a lot going on. And my neck just started getting better. Like I could actually look. I felt like I was fucking. My neck was so bad.
Oh, no.
And then who's another great guitarist? Tyler Smar is on my list. I'm a big fan of Tyler Smar. He's a good dude, man. Like him a lot. I just like the Bad Maggie is one of those bands who. It was something that was going to be really exciting for me, and it just kind of fell through because of the way that everything's going. But Bad Maggie got a gig to play a block party. Now it's not.
That was Port Carbon, right?
This one I think was in Tamaqua.
Oh.
They did Pour Carbon though.
Yeah.
But it's one thing for a band to really get up the scales as a cover band to get a block party gig. Like that's kind of the goal. You know what I mean? Like that's like the next step of your and then once you start doing block parties, then you're moving into casinos and you start to, you know what I mean? So it's a big deal for them to even work to the point where we're playing block parties. But then they're like, hey, well we're gonna play this show, but is it cool if my buddy sets up his tent and does like a podcast at the block party? And as far as I'm concerned, I've never seen a podcast at a local block party.
No,
It's a
that's
cool idea.
so cool.
You know what I mean? Like, I just think it'd be really I want to be
That's so cool.
I kind of want to hit those first notches, like, because podcasting in the area is still kind of new. Like, there's never been a podcast in the Majestic, especially on stage.
No.
Boom, check. You know what I mean?
Love that.
Did a podcast in Strikers. Never been done. Like, I want to be, I want to notch those things off. Like, have you ever had a podcast here? No. Cool. We were the first ones to do it. You know what I mean?
That is so fun.
So the fact that like block parties are such a cool thing in the area, and Bad Maggie got booked, but still thought of me means a lot to me. Like that, they kind of like don't forget these guys, you know, or me. You know what I mean? Like it's just it meant a lot. It was
They're all
really
just
cool.
great guys. And like Kevin, he's always supportive of literally everything I do.
I believe Kevin was the first guy to ever buy a shirt off me. Swear
I
to
love
God.
him.
Yeah, he's a super, super, super cool dude.
Actually, I still remember when the second time we played at Goodfellas, he came up to me afterwards. He just said, "Oh, I love the originals you guys did." And then like it was at the Phase and Look Alive show at the Wheel, like the month after. He comes up to me. He says, "Hey, you're that guy in No Rain Checks." It's like he was the first person that like really believed in me in
Yeah.
like the local scene, and I really love that.
Yeah. I still remember that show, Goodfellas. It was you guys, another band I'm really, really high on. They work their asses off. I mean, when it comes to like tightness, they're not there yet, but they know that and they work at it. I'm a big fan of Apollo 88. I love
I'm
those
waiting
kids.
for their originals. I
Yeah.
like the originals they do.
Their originals are really good. And the funny thing is, their originals fit into what they already cover,
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of, they're definitely a Blink-182 vibe, and they stick with it. And I'm a fan of that style, so I like it. But they're another band, man. They're just good. Like they're fun to work with. Like booking them on a show is not going to be an issue. They're like, "Where do you want to play?" Like, we don't care. We're just happy we're here.
Aw,
Like they're just
I
good.
feel that.
They're
Aw.
good kids, man. And like I call them the GQ models of our local
GQ
area.
models.
They're like all three of them are just really good looking kids, and they go up and play in a band. Like they should be like if they're gonna like. I know one of them is having a baby now, so congratulations.
Aw,
Mhm.
congratulations.
But like it's probably a good thing because they could have easily turned into Motley Crue real quick. like like they're good looking kids. They play instruments. Like just I'm a big fan of them as well. They were on the show twice, Apollo 88, banging beers. But really cool guy. Like there's so much cool stuff in our area. Banging beers.
It's catchy.
Every time you mention banging beers, I just see Max.
Banging beers.
Listen, if you make it, I'll play it.
I did make it.
I mean, like,
Oh my god.
it's gonna be more than 3 seconds.
You and Max
What?
Babcock in your car just banging beers.
What would I add to that?
Piccolo? I don't know.
Oh, you gotta think of like a couple more lyrics, like we review bears, it's banging bears.
It's time to bang some beers. We're gonna bang some beers.
Keep an eye on Ben, he's probably gonna get shit faced.
I love Ben so much.
Man, I love him too, but then he gets out of control quick.
No, I've watched the episode before the one that I was on. It's like it's 30 minutes and he's already losing it.
Dude, he has a look. His eyes go glossy, and I just stare at him like, you're fucking gone. And then I have to remind him like, you have to read something. It's a very entertaining show to tune into. It's just like, Ben. He has like a full beard in front of him. It's just a shit. Dude, that kid's been like, honestly, like when I started this 2 years ago, I had a team of a few people. I mean, they're all still, for the most part, like, I know Nikolai was very heavily involved in the beginning, but Nikolai is doing his own thing. He's starting a business. He's doing really well. But like Ben, it's been like him, Ben, and Nikolai, and Ben's still been here the whole time, man. Like my rock. And then Andy Header joined very early in. He's still here. He does 2 shows with me. So it's like I have like 4, like between Ben and Andy, like they're my go-tos.
The good personalities.
Yeah. And then like I don't know, man. I had a lot of really good personality. Like Brian from Murder My Dude, added him to Tornado Tag, and he's just a wrestling guru. You know what I mean, that's another good podcast. Check out local podcast in the area, Murder My Dude. Really cool dudes. I like them a lot. Brian does a really hard job, like really a lot of hard work when it comes to the research of that show, and then Jack tells his personal stories. It's a good dynamic.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. Who else do we got in the air? Terrain with Alcoholics. They've been on the show. They're cool. Check.
That's a great name.
It is a really good
Alcoholics,
name.
That is a great name.
Yeah, when you're drunk and trying to tag them though, it's not easy.
Oh,
I don't know how to spell.
politics.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell. That's another great one in the area. I'm just trying to put some love out there for. Oh, I don't know if he's still doing it, but he had it for a few episodes there. Eddie Collins' show, Cover Your Tracks.
Oh, I remember.
Where
that.
they listen to an album and they do like their opinions on each track and what the album meant to them. I thought it was a cool podcast. They're pretty good. I'm missing somebody. I'm gonna get shit for it. Just trying to think locally.
Locally. Welcome back to the ASMR section of this podcast.
You're listening to NPR.
All things considered.
And if there's any local podcasts I don't know about, I want to learn about them.
There's a Punksteria. Is he still doing that with the podcast?
I don't know. I think he's doing it. Yeah. Oh, Punksteria.
Yeah.
And 570 Press.
Punk stereo. That's the thing.
570 Press. just got nominated for
Steamtown, right?
for best local band interviewer,
Yeah.
something like that. So good for them.
Yeah.
I've been trying to stay away from bands because I'm trying to give that to them because I feel like that's more their wheelhouse. But I like having bands on.
I mean, I think it's good
We
to have.
love being here.
Yeah. Personally, I'm all for like. Lost my train of thought. But, like, just really people. Hell, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
I don't know.
I heard there's another podcast in our area, in the Pottsville area, but I forget the name of it. It's like the Bob Show or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like a sports show. They talk sports and stuff. But I
That's
have
fun.
to, because people tell me all the time, like, "Yo, I heard about this podcast. It's been like in your area," and I'm like, "Oh, I never heard of them." Like, I have to. I like collaborating with people like that. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the only one.
Yeah.
I want the podcast scene to spread up like bands
Oh
in
my
the area.
gosh, yeah.
They'll probably all do better than me in like 6 months because I'll promote the shit out
But
of
you'll
them.
always be the podcaster in my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I think what I was trying to say, like, so I like a lot of the bands just starting around here. You know, it's hard to get like representation and like get press and stuff like that because like really you're just starting out. So like really any sort of support we can get, whether it's you or
Yeah.
570 Press or Punk Stereo, like I personally I appreciate the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's
I think they all do a great job.
yeah.
Yeah.
My whole goal is I don't want to be the guy who says I don't want to be the only one. And I if someone takes something that I'm doing or vice versa, I don't see it that way. I just think my initial goal when I started this was to help people get their stories out there, help get businesses going, help getting people who are creating things out there, like art, whether it be music or art in general. So if there's somebody else who is developing a platform to make that a bigger thing, then by all means do it. I was really low there, but I want more people to put that exposure out there. If there's more people singing the praises of the War Times or No Rain Checks or Timmy Mingle or Billy Trey, do it. I want that. I want them to get all the praises they can get. And if my platform isn't just doing it, if 3 other ones can, let's do it. Because I'm not doing it for me. I obviously, when I see someone wearing it in interviews at Everyday People shirt, it makes me feel very, very good inside.
Aw.
But I mean,
Buy his merch.
but it makes me also feel good when someone's walking the street and I see the look of live eyeballs. Like, I don't know about you, but
That makes you feel so good. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, hey.
like I literally
Support locals. That's awesome.
yeah. If I see someone wearing a shirt of someone local like Montongo or Look Alive or even like a Crowbot, like I'm a shirt guy. Like I look at what I put on every day and like I make a conscious choice of who I'm going to put on today.
Aw,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like whether it be a wrestling shirt. I don't know, what am I wearing? Oh, I'm wearing a wrestler right now, a local wrestler. I really like this shirt. But yeah, so I make a conscious of what I put on, especially when it's on the podcast, because I try to put on a shirt I never had like on, and I try to put people over. So yeah, so when I see someone wearing, I'll stop and be like I remember I stopped this older lady. I don't know how she was up there and she was wearing a Look Alive eyeballs, and I was like, yeah, nice shirt. And she's like, oh, thank you. It's my grandson's band. I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, that's
Aw,
great. Like,
That's so cute.
and I'm sure she probably went back and told whoever's grandmother in the band it was, like, somebody
You know,
stopped me
Some guy stopped me on the street
and said, nice eyes.
and said, nice eyes.
Yeah, on my shirt. But like
I
that,
love it.
That stuff's
That's so
important to me.
cute.
Like when Eddie Collins was on tour with Crowbot and he was wearing a Mahantungo shirt on stage or a Look Alive shirt on stage, I was like, that's cool. Like I like when people support each other that way.
That's
Or
really
when
cool.
you guys were on stage with interviews with Everyday People shirt, or Ted Hazard was wearing on a live stream. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like
That's
we're
really
helping each
cool.
other. I like that. That makes
Yeah.
me feel good.
It's all about having a supportive community.
Yeah, 100%.
The
Like
music
I
scene is
remember you and how
definitely-
many other people told me like 10 years ago, like the scene was just really different. Like bands just sort of like fighting each other and that kind
It
of
was
stuff.
it
It's
was
like,
more cutthroat.
exhausting.
It was
Yeah.
more cutthroat. Where
it's like there's
everybody-
no need for that. We're all we all have the same goal. Why not
Yeah.
just lift each other up?
And
to
it's
the top?
crazy.
Yeah.
I've interviewed bands who were from that time, and they said though that's how it was. He goes, but this, and every single band that I've talked to from that time, I don't know if we said it on camera, so I don't want to like put it out there, but like, they've all said like this newer generation is changing the way other bands do business. Like you didn't have a band that was up there working and having another band open up for them. Like, it wasn't a thing. And now it's like becoming the norm, where it's like, hey, who can we get on to open for us, or who can we work with, or who show like. When I did Skookstock, there was so many bands that were like, "Why didn't you ask us?" I was like, "Because you fucking go play casinos for $1,200 a night. Like I couldn't afford that." And they're like, "We would have done it for free. Like that's a cool thing in our area that we could have been a part of." And I was like, "I didn't know. Like I didn't want to insult you by saying, hey, can you play for a handshake deal? And whatever I make at the gate, I'll split it up between you and the other bands. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
Because I wanted to treat every band in the lineup equally. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
Sorry.
it happens. Sometimes. Billy Trey does it all the time. He's on the podcast. He just punches the table.
I love
Steve.
Billy Trey.
Oh yeah, Steve on Not Cool in High School. Yeah, he has a podcast he's starting up. Hopefully it happens soon.
Nice.
Wow. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking in the chat, Billy. I'm trying to fucking host here. You fucking
You know, there was
dirtball.
one time I considered like I should start a podcast, but then I realized I lose my train of thought like every 5 seconds.
Dude,
You
it's
like,
really
oops.
do.
It's not.
Your
very-
podcast would have been. I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I don't know how people do podcasts by themselves, where they just talk by themselves.
Oh my God, I couldn't.
I would not be able to do it. I have to
I
feed off
couldn't.
people, but I get in the comments a lot. You talk too much, but it's not easy when someone never, if
that.
never someone's never done it, especially if they're telling like intimate stories.
Yeah.
I don't be like, tell me everything about you,
And then just.
and then just sit there like, I'm looking at you, and they're like, he's probably judging me. So what I do is like, I'll tell stories of mine too, where I kind of put myself out there because I want to make the person feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But then people outside are like, you never shut the fuck up, man. Let the
Who
person
cares?
talk.
Huh?
The puke story.
Puke
The
story.
puke story.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
a
I've done
good
some
story.
fucked up shit. I'll tell it. I don't
That's such
care.
a good story.
no
That's
shame
one of my
about-
favorite stories.
Some of my,
so far.
most of my stories are to protect others because I don't care about myself. I'll tell anything.
And I'll tell a good puke story of mine in about 5 years.
Yeah,
In about
We'll give it some time.
give it some time.
Oh
let,
God,
let it
please
dwell.
let me be there for it.
That was not a good time.
Yeah, but I think you and Billy Trey should. You should work something out with Billy Trey soon. I think you two working together
it's
would be
in
fun.
the works.
Good.
Look at
Subtle
that!
wink.
Look at
Yeah.
that wink!
Subtle
Look
wink.
at that wink!
Yeah. And if the third person is who I think it is, that'd be fucking fire.
I'm
Clip.
trying.
Dad, please stop doing that, Dad.
Someone clip that. Billy's probably making gifts like crazy enough for this one, and us dancing and stuff. Yo, that'd be amazing if every time someone subscribed, it was a gif of us dancing.
That's so good.
Yeah,
Good
we're good.
ol',
We're getting
Will I
there.
Am Trey. That's what I call him.
Will I am?
Will I
Trey?
am Trey.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I just do it.
He's just good. I know he's here. I'm not trying to blow him because he's here, but I don't know. He's a good fucking kid. I like
Actually,
him a lot.
okay. I don't remember if it was maybe the Goodfellas show.
I don't know who that is, Billy. You
Right.
put a gif up of a guy's face. I just don't know who it is.
But I think Goodfellas, the very first time we played, you were there. I don't remember if he was there. I think he was, and I saw him. I'm like, aw, look at this 14-year-old kid. And it's like, oh shit, he's actually older than me. What?
Yeah. And
I'm still in disbelief over
I think
that.
there's one Goodfellas show that I went to where Billy, as I was pulling in, Billy and his dad were leaving, and they're like, they wouldn't let him in. I was like, he was just in 2 weeks ago, and they're like, they wouldn't let him in. I was like, that's bullshit. It was one time. Every other show after that, he's been in, and I mean, I used to try to sneak you, and I'd be like, listen, he's not gonna fucking drink.
Listen,
He's with me. He won't drink. You're like, okay.
I lose an ear, partner.
Yeah, Dad.
I love doing that so much. Like literally, all the comical originals, they just start like that with the, darling, I listen to your son.
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah, that one. That one's called. His name is Jim, and it's about you meet a guy at a truck stop, and actually, I just leave it.
You
at
have to
there.
make a living.
And there's a hole in the bathroom wall.
You have to make a living.
Yeah.
So speaking of members of your band, one of your boys just had her birthday.
What?
One of your band members just had a
Austin.
birthday.
Tori, happy birthday!
Austin,
Happy
love
birthday, Austin.
Austin had a birthday. We were at the house.
Mhm.
We had cake. We sang to him,
Aw.
and we watched wrestling pay-per-views.
That's nice.
That's
Yeah.
really cute.
That's such a good family, man. I love them.
They're so great.
I love Black Man so much. That's their name. They're the Black Mans. And it's like, happy birthday, Black Man. I'm the Austin Blackman.
Why are you
Yeah.
doing this?
It's his name. Is his name not Austin Blackman?
Did you say Aston?
Did I say
Austin Blackman.
got nailed his last name? Butchered his first. Austin Blackman.
Sometimes I just call him by his middle name. Tyler.
Tyler.
ATV, you know what I mean?
Tyler.
ATV
You can hear yourself and you hate it.
ATV sounds like that sounds like a term on Pornhub.
I regret everything. I take it back.
Your words, not mine.
Yeah, it just sounds like something. I guess everything I think is just perverted, especially when you're a hemtail and a
I was
stone
gonna
cold
say.
in. Yeah, ATB. You down with ATB? Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know me. Go
What-
to ATV.
What would that be?
Yeah, you know
Ass to
me.
butt?
What?
Ass to butt.
I don't want to think about this.
There'd have to be more than one person involved.
So, anyways, yeah, it was Austin's birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, Austin.
Austin.
He's finally 18.
Yeah. He loves ATB.
Oh my god.
What's grosser to you, ATB or vomit?
I don't know. What is this question?
I don't know. I don't
It's a
remember.
serious question.
This is about as real as it gets.
You're being interviewed, sir. There's cops outside.
Yeah.
Will you take a seat, please?
Wait, no, well, Billy Trey said I'm a cop.
I'm Chris
so-
Hansen.
No.
Welcome to Dateline.
Did Billy Trey say you were a cop, or did you? Did Timmy Mingle say you were a cop?
I think Billy said I'm a
Yeah.
cop. I don't think I'm a cop.
Billy said, "How do you go ass to butt?" You would need more than one person, Billy. Use your imagination.
Not
Jesus.
necessarily. You never know.
Have you ever heard of H.R. Geiger? He knew some shit.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, to answer your question, yes.
You love ATB.
Wait, what?
Got him.
Got him.
Again, like going back to what I said like an hour ago, it's all about expanding your horizons,
Yeah.
getting new perspectives.
You never want to put yourself in a box. You want to try a little bit of everything.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't want to be like a man in a box or.
When we had them on for No Rain Checks, we
in a
there was a
box.
whole ongoing joke before the show started about Max.
Oh, here we go.
We
again.
won't say what it was, but I just feel like
I do. You know I do.
yeah, I know he does, but it blows my mind that he does,
He's mean.
right? Because I feel like Max is the type of person that if a girl came up and they're like rubbing his leg and they're like, Max, I really like you. He's like, I am working on a guitar riff right now.
I mean, it has happened before.
Yeah.
Like I remember back in high school, I was at this one girl's house, and she had like a nylon string acoustic, and I'm like just playing it the whole night, and she's like, "Why are you holding the guitar instead of me?" It's like, man, do you hear how this sounds?
Like if you guys ever went on tour, Tori would have a whole green room full of people.
Just men.
It would just be a huge orgy. It'd just be a giant orgy. And Max would be in the corner just like ding 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 ding.
Like, Max, did you bring anyone?
He's like, I brought my banjo. He's
Whole
like,
fucking group of men just like carrying me like
like
a goddess.
fanning you and feeding you grapes.
With banana leaves.
Yeah. And Max just,
Max, what are you doing over there?
he's like, I'm working on a new thing with a kazoo.
Oh, wonderful. Play it for me.
I just feel like Max
Turn me.
like Max is just, and it's not bad. I just think when I see you,
It's
I just
sweet.
feel like you're into your music,
I
man.
have priorities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and vagina's
me
not one of
too.
them.
Me too. Like
I'm not
being
gonna
held
say
up like a
that.
goddess.
Yeah,
That's my priority.
There's a time and place for everything.
I can't mentally go to a place where you're in that zone.
I mean, it happens.
And I know it happens, but I can't visually go
I
there.
mean, it happened.
Like it's the joke. If you knew somebody had porn on the internet that you knew personally, would you watch it?
We're not. I know what you're talking about.
No. I'm saying like if you knew Max had a video on the internet of him having sex, would you watch it?
no.
I would 100% watch that.
Absolutely not. I would never
I
be
mean,
able
then
to
again,
look at
but
you the
like
same
you've watched
again.
John Lesko. You've probably watched all the videos.
I did. I support I support Not only is this guy a fantastic frontman,
No, don't say it.
but he's fantastic in everything in life. The guy is killing it.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
That sounded a lot more wholesome than I was expecting.
I will. Yeah, it did sound very wholesome.
Dude,
I thought you were gonna say
would
something like
I could never.
he's a fantastic front man and he's a fantastic at the back door. I don't fucking know.
listen,
I was expecting you to say something like that.
any door, the guy will knock on it. You know what I mean? And
I
he,
could never.
and he doesn't have to be very close to knock on the door. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
could never.
the guy
No.
is my fucking hero. When I see him, I'm fucking hugging him because I didn't know any of this.
Where's your
existed.
dog? I need a distraction.
She's over here. Lady, go over. I know. I love. But I'm saying, like, if I knew, I'm just being. If someone said there's a leaked video of Max Bolton having sex on the internet, I'm watching it.
Never. I would
I'm
never.
100% watching.
No
it.
offense. I just couldn't.
Well,
could.
I mean, lead guitar playing pays off.
Max, why would you say that? No!
Max is magical with his fingers. This podcast just fucking took a turn.
No!
Oh my God, Billy said you should make a Max OnlyFans.
incredible. It would just be you just staring at the camera saying, I forgot what I was going to do.
He's like, I'm going to use these
Stop
fingers.
it right now!
I'm going to play a riff.
I mean, like, I hate it because, like, literally, all the stuff I do with guitar playing, like, I like to shred. Like, I like to shred stuff. And it's all about the economy of motion.
All about shredding.
It's all about the economy of
He's
motion.
trying to turn it, and I'm not letting it get off the run.
I'll be over here.
Yeah, all about motion. Yep.
I'm just saying, everything pays off. That's
It
what I'll
does.
say.
100% does.
What the fuck are you staring at?
You, bitch! I need this.
Get your beer. Get your hemp beer. This has been awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to turn into.
Perfect.
Yeah. And by the way, what we said was not an insult at all. I legit I'm gonna kiss Leshko on the fucking head when I see him.
I love him so much.
He's such a
I've
cool
never
dude.
met him.
Like, so we were talking about that like probably 30 minutes ago, but
Yeah,
like,
because apparently I say, hell yeah.
oh
the same
yeah,
way he
she
does.
keeps say it again.
Hell yeah.
John Lesko says it the exact same way, and I miss him so much.
I'm painted on John Leshko's butt as a goblin.
You saw that, right? I got that
No,
commissioned by Haley
no.
Stokes, and like John Lesko is like
Oh,
a
yes, wait,
centaur,
yeah, you
and
did.
he's a
You did
gremlin.
tell me that.
Max predicted the future because dude's hung like a horse. You know what I'm saying? Like he's killing the game.
Oh, God.
I love him to death.
I probably should have said this.
I need to get, like, a
podcast. I'm
frame
the
for
biggest
that.
fucking prude in the entire world.
Not after you see Leshko.
No, I'm not gonna. Just saying. No
I
offense,
open it for
Johnny
like 5
boy.
seconds.
If I was a girl,
I'm
I'd be
like,
calling
oh,
Leshko
no.
up. I'd be like, Leshko, let's
I'm okay.
let's go fucking get some grilled cheese.
Lady.
I opened one of those videos for like 5 seconds. I was like, oh no.
No, it was longer than 5 seconds. Yes.
I honestly, it wasn't for long. I couldn't do it.
Well, we had our first clip of the show,
What?
and it just says Max Bolton says lead guitar playing pays off. So that's a clip on this show. Billy Trey clipped
It
that.
does,
It's
it
just you
does.
going lead guitaring pays off. It's my favorite clip. That's gonna be the promotion of like how to promote this podcast.
Damn it, Billy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was starting to say, it's like we were talking about that like 30 minutes ago. I tend to just like heap love on Look Alive, but like honestly, like those guys have just been so good to us the whole time. Like when my shit got stolen, like again, thank you so much for the fundraiser. It means the world to
Dude,
me.
you would have done the same for me. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but like so I remember I think it was the morning of like I had to live stream and to do it press like Timmy he also had the fundraiser like all of that. I just love all the support. Like that morning I get a message on Facebook from John Lesko. He says, "Hey, are you free?" I'm like, "Oh."
I got something.
Just like,
For
what,
what,
John?
I got something to ease the pain.
But yeah.
I need to put my hair up. It's so hot here.
Yeah,
now.
it got real hot. I mean, listen, John Lesko gets everyone hot and bothered, man. Even
know
me.
what?
Even me, man. The guy's a killer.
Yeah, but he says, "Hey, are you free?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I'm comfortable with my sexuality saying that. John Lesko is a stud.
I'm really proud of you for that.
But yeah, so he's like, "Oh, can you meet me in the Sheets parking lot?" Oh, okay.
In public, not as
Yeah,
intimate as I thought it was going to be.
he says,
Exhibitionism is
he says, "I'll have the mail truck." I'm like, "Oh."
Ooh.
So
All right.
I get there.
Got back to private.
I get there. He steps out of the car and he has a guitar. He gave me a guitar. I love him so much.
Yeah, he's such a dude.
Really cute.
And that's the thing, man. This whole area is just so fucking like. Even Andrew Hare, when you guys did the
Yeah, he let me borrow his like the
Entire
Line 6
PA.
Helix. Like that's like a $1,600 piece of equipment that I could never even dream about. It's like I just love it so much.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Andrew was like, "Hey, I'm really, really sorry. I can't be here Friday for Banging Beers because Max has a gig, and right before, like, he booked the gig, but he can't do it because he has no PA, he has no equipment. So I'm gonna go and let him use all my shit." And I was like, "Dude, 100% miss the show. It's fine." You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's
I love him so much.
that's the family that we have in this area where we support each other. You know what I mean? Like.
It's really cute.
Yeah, dude. It's just the people in this area are super supportive of one another, and I fucking love it. I absolutely love it.
I honestly, I don't even remember back in like February or March. I just woke up the one day and I got like a Facebook post from Toolshed Jack. What's his name? I feel
Keith
so-
Collins?
No, keyboard man. What's his name? I feel so
Oh,
bad.
Justin Motok
No.
from Toolshed. Oh, Toolshed. Oh, Brian Todd.
Yes, Brian. Like Like I
I
woke
thought
up.
for when you said I thought for some reason my brain would not get off Hooligan, but because Keith's also in
Yeah.
yeah.
I wake up the one
Brian
day.
Todd's an amazing dude too.
I woke up the one day and he says, he just like a random Facebook post like Max Bolton is going to blah 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 do all these things. It's like, oh, I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I appreciate it.
Because you're a good person and you're very talented.
I'm okay.
Fingers are magical, bro.
Stop! I swear to God, I'm done.
Hi, Heidi.
Oh, hi there.
Perfect timing. You want to fill in? I'm done.
It got really weird. We were talking about stuff. Yeah.
It pays off. It all works out in the end.
Max's
saying this next to
magical
me.
shredding fingers aren't just for guitars.
Okay.
Heidi's like, bye.
Go brush my teeth and
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to close with?
Yes. No.
I do just want to say that I
God.
really do appreciate you as a person and as a musician, and I'm really glad that we're doing this project together.
Right back at you.
Wow,
pal.
screw you! I hate you so much. No, I'm
Right
kidding.
back at your daughter.
Darling.
Harlan.
Darling.
I'm excited to see what comes of it.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, it's interesting. So like last week we were working entirely on just like joke songs, like the one you enjoyed.
It's a great song.
But then yesterday we
That's
were
funny.
working on like actually like serious and like really honestly just beautiful, songs. It's like
Can you make a John Leschko song?
what?
Can you make a John Leschko song?
Give me a word. To go
I'm
off
nervous about that.
I just think that guy needs fucking more notoriety in the
Yeah,
air.
and like I saw he did the post recently. He's like, hey, like he's trying to get more people to record with him. 'Cause, like honestly, his mixes are amazing. Like
He's very good at mixing.
yeah. Like I love the
I
local
seen
live
him
stuff.
at
I
a
love the
I
phase
seen
stuff.
him at a show, with a band who is I guess been canceled as of recently. I don't care. I'll say it. What, you know. Anyway,
cares,
they've
man?
been canceled, and they had a PA system that was
Oh yeah,
did not
that was back
sound-
in November, right?
did not sound good. It was a tough PA system. It did not. It looked like it was from like the 70s.
Yeah.
It was rough. And John came in and turned some knobs and pushed some dials and used those magical fingers.
Why you look? You had to make that direct eye contact and go magical
A
fingers.
magical finger. And he made that PA sound like it was good.
Yep.
Like he fixed it.
That's
And,
awesome.
Yeah, and then his band went up and fucking killed it.
Mm-hmm.
I just miss fucking shows every weekend. Like, oh, I can go see Look Alive, or I can go see Montongo, or I
Yep.
can go see No Range. Like, I want to go back to that.
Honestly, it's my
Wear
favorite
a
part of
mask.
the summer.
Wear a mask for 4 fucking weeks, and let's get this done.
Yeah.
Hopefully next summer. Honestly, I'll
Actually,
maybe
honestly,
the holidays. Who knows?
Honestly, like if summer gets skipped by, I won't be upset about it. I don't really like the heat anyway. Like, just don't ruin the fall. The fall is where it's at.
That is my time where I come alive. Please,
Don't
no.
ruin Halloween. Don't ruin leaf changing. Don't
No.
don't ruin hoodie weather.
Hoodie weather. Hoodie weather.
I mean,
Hoodie weather.
and we also have hoodies on the merch store below, so you can check those
Hoodie
out.
for hoodie weather.
And you can get not
Hoodie
cool
weather.
not cool in high school hoodies with a.
Buy a not cool in high school hoodie for hoodie weather.
Hoodie and the
Turn
blowfish.
That
Turn
should be one of your
left on
songs. You should do a hoodie in the blowfish
Hoodie and the
song.
blowfish.
But
Hoodie and the blowfish.
what would be
What?
your hoodie song if you guys were to do a cover?
Probably hold my hand because I hate I only want to be with you.
What about Let Her Cry?
Yeah. I don't know why I just got so angry.
You don't like I only want to be with
I
you.
like it, but what's the one that I said?
She likes to laugh at me when I'm looking on the
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
But here's how I would see it. If you guys played I Only Want to Be With You, it would be Max singing into his guitar.
And I could just stand there and just weep into my hand, gently weep. I'll just be at the bar getting away. Like, is he done yet?
that could be your whole gimmick to your band. That you are infatuated and you are in absolute love with Max, but he is only in love with the music.
So
Incredible.
actually,
The theaters, the
one of the s-
theatrics of it.
One of the songs we plan to cover.
Can that be the gimmick of the band? Can you be a full gimmick band?
I'm
and,
just in love with you.
and Tori is just throwing herself at you every show like Junebug, and you are just kissing your guitar the whole show.
I mean,
I fucking love
That's
this.
funny.
it sort of works for one of the songs we plan to cover. Like, I like, obviously like the 80s, 90s stuff. One song we plan to do is
Which one?
Wholehearted by Extreme.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the lyric is, there's a hole in my heart that can only be filled by you.
And then
It's
you
like,
just,
yeah.
and you just You kiss the headstock.
Yeah.
Like it's like the face is turning about to kiss, and then he goes down. Like, oh, okay.
Okay. Shot, beer. We don't have a gimmick band in our area. We need one. We need one that brings the theatrics out. Where you just
I feel like that was no rain checks though, like just like big theatrics and gimmick sort of stuff.
But like a Steel Panther gimmick where there's like something behind it. Where like when you get interviewed as this band, you just stay in character.
That's a fun idea.
You know,
It's not too far out of my wheelhouse.
I'm like, here's the, like the thing is like
like Tori, what men are in your life? You're like, I only have eyes on one, but I don't know how it's
please.
going. And Mac's like, I love my Gibson.
her name's Lucy.
The only woman I love here is she's got 6 strings. Her name is Lucy.
I turn her heads all night.
I love playing that G-string. I feel like I'm really getting good at that.
Clip that, please.
baritone voice.
You're gonna play on that G-string,
Come on, Billy.
son.
Billy.
I feel like I'm really getting good at that voice.
You are. And that should be your voice that should be your...
Like we have that on all the comedy songs. Like again, like
when you go up on stage, like
Sunday.
like when Brandon goes up and does, when he's on Crowbot, he talks in a very similar style voice, and then he's like, hey, I'm Brandon from Crowbot. And this song is about a psychedelic, you know what I mean? Like, but when you talk him on stage, like, hey guys, what up? You know what I mean? Like, he's a different human. Like,
Yeah.
we need that. You need a little theatrics in this.
I mean, okay, so like
I just
again,
talk like a wine mom all the time. So
Yeah,
it's just that's
it's
gonna be my
like
thing.
Johnny Cash and Junebug, except you're only in love with music.
yeah. I mean, like, we do plan on doing what is it,
Jackson. Johnny Cash.
Oh,
and
we
June
are
Carter.
murdered in a free. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But the one song. No, that's not what I was. gonna
Wow,
say.
you just
Okay.
fucking died there inside.
That's
But,
when you just
so, like,
wait and you
This
sit.
band has been around for a
He'll
very
catch up.
short
He's like,
amount.
he's like a slow modem.
Aw.
You've got mail. But so like this band's been around for a very short amount of time. But like what I like about that, it gives us room to grow into whatever.
Yeah.
So like when we formed this, I just had the idea. Okay, we're just going to play songs that pretty much everyone can like, because we just want to have like.
Sell out with the best of them.
That's one way to look at it. But, like really just like be able to play to as many people as possible.
You guys have a Spotify playlist for this band?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're
Jesus
working on it.
Christ, I'm trying to. I've been listening to the other one the whole time.
But yeah, so it's like, yeah, like as of right now, the idea is to just keep things, just accessible to everybody, not exactly step on too many toes.
Yeah.
But like, that is like, the thing is like, I already did that with No Rain Checks, just like, we are No Rain Checks, this first song, and just like that sort of persona.
Yeah.
I don't want to
It's
put
like-
us. I don't want to put us too much in a box. Like I want to be able to do like art, crazy experimental stuff, and
Yeah.
then do like our Southern Gothic, like.
Well, there's
indie
not
stuff.
there's not many female frontmans in our area.
Also
Well,
true.
front
Yeah.
womans. I don't know how that works. It's like
Did
actor.
you just assume my fucking gender?
I did. Well, no, I'm just saying.
You're
like,
canceled.
when someone says actress,
Again.
the word actress isn't a word anymore. It's actor.
What?
Yeah.
Everyone's an
not?
actor.
Because it's kind of like
So, like-
the whole idea of like a player, which is what
Yeah, so,
Shakespeare's
like-
actors.
Okay.
were,
Yeah. So like
player.
frontman, I don't know what it would be if you're not a front man. You're a front woman.
Front person.
Front person.
Front individual.
Can we say front thing? Is that- I like it.
I think that's John Lesko's title.
That-
I don't know. I
that-
decided to throw that in there.
That band has 2 frontmen.
Okay, never mind.
No,
Sorry.
That was good.
Front. Look at. I like Swamp Thing. Front Thing. I'm a
That's
Swamp
funny.
Thing fan. But no. The only other person who's really in the area that like when I would see her sing that would blow me away was
Gas station?
from Mackenzie.
Oh.
She's fucking good, and she does an acoustic thing with one of the guys
Jake?
from Light of the Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're good.
they're really good. Mackenzie is a great. I mean, Tool Shit Jack has a female.
Juliana.
Juliana's really good. The person who Maggie Blashock is a really good singer, and then who was before Maggie? She went with Light of the Moon for a little bit, and I don't know where she's at now.
Was in.
She was in Tool Shed, and then she left Tool Shed, went with Light of the Moon, and then I don't know where she's at now.
Name's slipping.
She was really good, very pretty. But yeah, there's I think right now actively in the music scene, I don't really know many.
I don't know many either.
Yeah, female front like singers. So you guys have a little thing there.
Move out of the way, boys. Here I am. Go kiss your guitar.
All right. On that note, you guys can check out all the social media pages that we have below for the the War Times on Instagram. Do you have social? Do you have Twitter yet?
Not yet.
No, Facebook.
Facebook.
got Facebook,
and
Instagram.
Instagram.
Should we start a Twitter?
Yeah. Probably should.
I suck at Twitter. You know what?
Same.
I
You know
hate
what I do?
Twitter.
You know how I use Twitter? I link it to my Instagram, so anything I post on Instagram goes to my Twitter. And then obviously maybe more things will be coming. Once, if you guys have anything else ever going on, let me know. Hopefully we can
Absolutely.
collaborate on a live stream.
Definitely.
We can do
Yes.
like the interviews that Everyday People presents, War Times.
I love that.
You can see them at Press Coffee very, very soon, the
31st.
31st
Yep.
Of this month.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I will be there.
Perfect.
I will be there. Just remind me because I always forget.
got you.
But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff. Anything else that I missed you guys want to plug out there, or anybody else that you want to put out there for recognition?
I mean, like, we have the show in October. I plan on, reaching out to some of the people your dad mentioned, like out in Monterey City. I don't know if things are open up down there. That's something I can look into.
Yeah, McNiff's.
Yeah.
McNiff's is a smaller stage, but they can definitely do acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
The Citizens has the outdoor patio. You can play outdoors for the Citizens.
Yep.
They don't have a huge budget, so you'd have to work with them. But I mean, it would be a crowd that you guys would do really well at. I mean, people from the Citizens do like me, so I could definitely work something out. Maybe we could do like a Bang and Beers
Ooh, that'd be
pod.
smart.
We could do like a bang because they want me to. They want me to do a Bang and Beers there. So I was like, hey, I'll do a Bang and Beers for free as long as maybe you throw the band a couple bucks, and we could bring a band in.
Oh, that would be so fun.
So we'll try to do that maybe.
I mean, like, so, as you know, I go back to school at the end of August, but, like, if we want to try organizing, like, and even still, like, I don't mind, like, driving up to play shows and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, I love the idea.
Anything I can do to help, please keep me in mind. I'll try to do the best I
Yeah,
can
that
to help
goes for
promote.
us too. Anything that we can help do promote for you.
She's
Yeah.
good with, like, video stuff.
And
I am.
logos. Fucking those goddamn logos are
I am so
amazing.
happy you like that.
I am in love with it. I cannot wait till I can fucking get the shirts and stuff in.
Mhm.
And the banner, we can get a picture with the banner.
I'm so
And then this
excited.
Friday, I'll be ordering your shirt.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be so awesome.
I can't wait. I love those leggings, my dude.
No
I
one has
love-
ever ordered a pair of leggings. I think
I'm
one,
gonna order a
one
pair of those
person ordered a pair of
things.
leggings, but I didn't see what they look like.
Cause it. Oh hi, baby. Oh, she's my best friend.
So
Max.
that's the first pair of leggings that I actually have a full logo design on the leggings. So usually it's just a pair of solid color leggings, and then on the right leg is the logo of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a flipped image version of the image, so I can't flip it. You know what I mean? So it would just be backwards the other leg. So I just put it on the right leg. But the Not Cool in High School one, I took the yearbook image and I stretched it so it covers
So
the whole legging,
cool.
and then I just have the nerd on the right leg. It looks so
that
good.
lady killer right there
The
on
lady
the thigh.
killer. Yeah, the lady. I keep calling him the nerd. It's a lady killer.
The
God,
lady
I-
killer. I don't even know how that started. I just started. It was like, yeah, the lady killer's done. Just kinda like,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. We have a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, so something we can't forget. So, like, you asked, like, probably like 5 hours ago now,
Probably.
like, how we came up with the name The War Times.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, we were stewing over it for, like, 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh my
Just like,
God.
okay, what do we do? So her last name is, like, Corelli. So, like, I'm like, okay, we are the correlators. And it's like, I mean, it works, but it's kind of
I didn't like it because I was like, I don't like that kind of attention on my name.
So-
I was like, I don't like.
So, yeah, we're just
Please don't look
thinking-
at me.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Yeah, so we're thinking of a whole bunch of them, and then she comes up with the Astral Vagabonds, and I'm like, that works, but then if you abbreviate it, it's the Ass Badge. I don't know.
I was like, I don't see a problem here.
Yeah, they're both in play. You know.
Yeah.
But then it was when we were after Nate took our pictures and we were down in the basement and we were just hanging out and somebody had mentioned something about that. We were just like, the war times. And I was like, that's the first one we've agreed on.
Yeah.
I like the name. I like the logo.
I do too.
I think the whole thing's cool.
Thanks.
And it does have meaning, like I said
Yeah.
before.
And like I said, you can do like set lists based on different eras of our country's wars, like
Yeah.
because
Hell
we
yeah.
have there's music for every time of it. Like I said, like you think Vietnam, some of the best movies that were in that time, the soundtracks are fantastic.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, can't go wrong with CCR though. You just absolutely can't go wrong. It's such a great band.
Should we just become a Nat King Cole cover band?
Yeah.
Just do that then.
But yeah, it's pretty much all I got.
Yeah.
Interviews everyday people. Go check out everything. Max, obviously, he's in everything. So just type Max Bolton. I'm sure you'll find everything he's into
I
between
would
the war
join
times,
every band.
between the war times, between no rain checks, between Max Bolton's solo projects that are on there.
Mhm.
It's all there. And then check out Tori with the war times
I'm
and
just here.
the Majestic Theater and the first ever award winner of the IwEP Network Best Hair Award.
I was waiting.
I mean, it's great. She looks like Kate Pearson from B-52. It's
That-
spot on.
That thing is a fucking mane. It's
pretty-
gorgeous.
It's pretty big.
It's great.
Thanks.
Look at that. Look at it in the camera. Look how it's just there.
I'm so vain the entire time. I was like, I'll do it.
Joe Biden to you.
Let me sniff you for a second.
Did you see when the girl had her finger and Joe Biden bit it?
Oh no!
Yeah, that's
No.
exactly what you just
Oh,
did.
I hate him.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like, she was like, and this over here, and Joe Biden's like, and he bit her finger. That's what just happened. You just got Joe
You
Biden.
just got Biden, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what I was saying before
Your
Biden.
hair.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's a thing.
She was looking at it in the
Oh
camera.
yeah, I'm so vain and like I'm always just like even like when Nate's taking our pictures, I'm like, show me the picture.
Vain.
I am because I'm just like, what's my angle? Does my hair look good? Does my hair look-" Like I have to because I'm that
It's
kind
like the
of
photo
person.
shoot was so much fun because like she's just doing all these poses. I'm just like,
You would just stand there and I would be like,
I'm just staring at the guitar like,
Yeah, that's exactly why it fits in perfectly. She's trying to look amazing, and you're just trying to look cool at your guitar.
yeah.
I'm telling you, this is a gimmick. I love it. I absolutely love it. I have stickers for you guys then too. Just remind me after we take our
oh
photos.
hell yeah.
But that'll do it for interviews with everyday people. Check out our next episode. God knows when. I've been squeezing them up every day. So maybe there'll be an episode tomorrow. So just keep an eye on our Facebook or Instagram. If you're watching on this or any other social media, Facebook. Did not mean to do that. We're back.
Just kidding.
But if you're watching this on any other platforms, if you hit on Facebook, if you hit follow, it'll alert you every time we put a video up. If you're on YouTube, you hit the bell, it'll tell you every time a video goes up. Or if you're on Twitch and you want to watch it live, you follow us on Twitch, and you'll see every time. Because interviews is going to be sporadic now. It's not going to be an every Monday show. It's going to be if someone comes and they're willing to do it live, we're going to do it live, and it's going to be up right away.
We're gonna do it live.
Yeah, so, and then like I said, every other Tuesday will be Not Cool in High School. That'll be in every other Tuesday show. Every Thursday night will be Tornado Tag, and every Friday night will be Bangin' Beers. And then once the football season starts,
Bangin'
beers.
and then and Friday, once the football season starts, we'll be doing our Bros on the Warpath show. And then we may have some other cool shows that may be once a month or once every couple of weeks. We don't have any names for it, but we may have a supernatural podcast with me and Tori.
so
You just got to let me know what days work best for you. So I record
Bro, I'm still unemployed.
I record Tuesdays, I record Thursdays and Fridays.
I'll message you. We'll
So
talk about
so
it.
like anytime during Wednesday or Monday or even like on the weekends.
Yeah.
And we can do
the
like
ass
we could
match.
figure out like the research or what show what topic it could be like BuzzFeed Unsolved,
That
but
makes me. I love them.
Yeah.
Goat man.
Oh.
hello demon.
Oh, sorry, headphone users.
Stop yelling
Hello
at me.
demon.
Demon.
And like I said, we can do some local stuff that doesn't require us going into a building or doing anything
so
with
fun.
COVID. Like we can go up to the Gordon Mountain and kind of walk around and stuff. So we can figure stuff out. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff. Thank you guys so much. Now I'm gonna hit the button. See you later.
Bang and bang.